Hmm. Test. Okay, there we go. Now it's working. I wasn't sure. Unfortunately, I have game check glitch, folks, so I'm gonna have to rely on on a middleman in the lobby if I want to make sure that we're all running this correctly. But we have winners bracket finals here of D2 Dawn Division of Midnight League. We have Calibrate Mercenaries attacking first in a best of three against Jesus and the Disciples here. JD was actually had a very strong showing here on last weekend, if I'm remembering correctly, against Calibrate Angels on this map, wind up 7-2, if I'm remembering correctly. So this is almost certainly a smart pick, and a pick at that, by JD. So I am definitely going to be waiting to see how this one goes for them. But I'm going to look at these bans in a short matter. Banning actually the defense, JD banning Kaid and Thatcher. Gonna leave actually those hatches on basement as well as on first floor. Gonna leave them unable to really be kept closed unless they're able to be muted, which is only really the one over in the lobby. But still, it's gonna make attacking the basement, especially for mercenaries since they're attacking first, it's gonna make that a lot easier for them. And then the Thatcher ban will make it harder, at least somewhat, for the attack to get these walls open. It'll certainly slow them down on that sense because they won't be able to just immediately disable any sort of bandits or electroclaws or mute jammers, which is what would keep those walls closed, and that would be what Thatcher would be able to disable in short order. But now they'll have to focus on either sort of playing vertical to get those open, or actually going to Maverick trick those walls, which just seems to be what they will be planning to do, but I don't think that that's going to be entirely necessary, considering that a lot of these walls can be hit from above or below, or, you know, not really necessary for that Maverick trick, but I'm sure that it's always nice to have that sort of reassurance, bring a second hard breacher along with Crispy as the ace. I almost said mute, but that would be the opposite of who he is. That would be, certainly be as an enemy of him. And then the other bands were, if I'm remembering correctly, Ella was one, which is an interesting sight to see, especially from a team such as Mercenaries. You'd usually think that they would ban somebody such as Melusi or maybe a Clash, considering that this is a strong map for Clash here, but actually banning the Ella, that might be a target ban against one of the members of JD, but I've seen them play this map, and last time I saw that, I don't believe that Ella was banned on that map, so I don't know why exactly they're banning the Ella, and then I'm gonna have to check the stream and the other one was Jackal, that makes sense. Jackal, a very strong operator, has an excellent kit, has a strong primary in the C70 as well as a secondary shotgun, smokes, and probably one of the best gadgets for roam clearing on attack, if not the best, in the Inox tracker. The only counter to it is Kavera, and even then Kavera isn't very strong, to say the least, so it's not like you're having to deal with a dangerous operator in that counter. As well as being an excellent roam clearer, he's also useful for keeping your your drone game a bit stronger, because he allows a bit of face checking, you know, in place of a drone. So I'm sure that at least the defense are going to be breathing a bit of sigh of relief, especially Riley's, considering that he's the one on the roam, that they won't have to worry about his feet getting scanned by that Jackal and having to run around a bunch. Gainsey getting the first kill of this game onto tab stats. Just gets a 1 tap on him, says, "Don't search me," I suppose. Now the diffuser is actually down outside, so that'll be a quick recovery, hopefully, for Mercenaries, but still, damage has been done. They've lost that Zofia, so it's going to be unfortunate to see, but I'm sure that JD is going to be celebrating that one, and now opening up that game wall 3v5, though, actually, as Sudi gets a kill on accounts, playing over on the shower corridor, children of the angle into Zulu, as Riley will be joining him, I believe, trying to return to site here. About half of the round is elapsed, with Crispy getting the first kill for his team, taking down Dark to remove that bandit, stopping them from stopping any real other attempts outside of Riley's, who's actually going to be angling himself below, but I believe the damage has been done. I would be correct. That wall has been open. Riley's watching from below using that sideline, lighting up Crispy. I don't believe he was actually aware of that. Now Riley's going to be watching from the sightlines below, just trying to hold down Lava to the best of his ability, really. Now, there goes Blouny taken out by Echo, and this is looking like a dominant beginning to a match, to this map, actually, by Echo and the rest of JD. Double by Crispy. I almost said triple. That would be incorrect. But there is a triple potential for him here. He's going to be looking to hold the angle there onto Gainsey over by Big Window, spotting CD in Swamp. Going to be swinging it here. Spots him, spots the head, looks for the kill, but CD shuts him down with a double now. Viagra getting the kill onto Riley, so removing the roamer there was he was trying to sight. Damage has been done, though. It's a 3v1, 2v1 actually, sorry. 1v1, Viagra gets a double, and this could really go either way now. He has diffuser, he has 20 seconds, he has that game wall, he does not have any smokes to cover his plant. Gainsey does have that diffuser, that nitro cell, which he could use actually to below, but instead deciding to make that rotate there, scuffing it a bit, so gonna have to now force himself in a bit of a gunfight. Viagra looking for the kill here, gonna be peeking through that rotate, spotting Gainsey, shooting up his foot, but unfortunately the body beats the foot in terms of time to kill, and the round will go to JD here, who are now up very early on, admittedly. They're still up 1-0 against Calibrate Mercenaries. And this is what I was talking about with JD. This is their strong map, it appears. So Mercenaries certainly needs to step up their game, considering that this is their pick. This is where they need to be, at the very least, putting up a fight, so that way they can have a choice in the third map, which would be Villa, based off of round count. That would actually pick who, that actually decide who plays who. So they certainly want to, at the very least, put up a good fight here. If they don't want to, well, they would obviously want to win it, but if they can't, then they need to certainly put up a fight. Alamo-esque, to make some historical references in that. But now going to basement will be JD, bringing the smoke out. I'm not surprised by that, but it will be interesting to see if they opt for that blue elbow hold this time. I don't believe that they did that last game that I saw with them here, but certainly could do it, and they actually will. Gainsey making that rotate now. Gonna probably put in shield there, but I think I stand corrected. I was about to say that there's not the strongest choice because there's no Jaeger, but as I look at the lineup there of JD, bringing pretty stereotypical lineup, I'd say they do have a Jaeger. So they're going to be trying to hold down that blue rumble position to try and slow down the attack there from Mercenaries onto that side. I believe that actually Mercenaries might have realized that and might be trying to rotate around it. But outside of that, I'm not really surprised actually by any of the plays here from JD. Outside of Riley's as the Vigil roaming all the way up in Small Tower, is quite a ways away from sight. Doesn't look like he's going to actually be going for any sort of spawn peek, but it's certainly interesting to say, actually, or to see that, looking for that spawn peek or something onto the entryway over to rear stage there. Speaking of which, inhabiting rear stage will be CD as Jaeger swinging that, trying to get the drone out. Does get the drone, but does not get any bodies, plural either way. Cat's being lit up there, I believe, by Riley's over on the Small Tower office, and it would be him actually. So I'm not surprised to see that. Now Cat's going to try and rotate around the blue. That's going to certainly be a difficult area to take for Calibrate Mercenaries. They have to push through that elbow hold there with two ADSs stacked on top of each other. So going to need to rely on some assistance there from Blanny. Speaking of which, he gets taken down immediately as I say that by Riley's, who's now roaming and meeting, just proving to be a pain here for JD. Certainly that's got to be something that they tried at least to prepare for. I don't know if they're not, at least not so far, they have been successful with it. They've been unsuccessful is the better way to put it, just to avoid some confusion, but rotating out now, and CD sort of moving in at just a tad, deciding to play a bit more passively now, returning to sight, but man advantage here gone with the wind as Cats takes down Gainsey. However, Cats being down there, barbed wire being hit up as Tapstats takes down Dark, and Echo eyeing him up, trying to get a kill onto him. Cats is still down here, so it could very well go to a 3v3 in short order. Stuns going out there from Tapstats to no avail. Now, Revive going down. Crispy has to play the price for it, but Cats is back up, so this will be a 4v3, at least until something moves. Now, Crispy pushing forward into Electrical, does not spot the swing, actually, by Echo, who takes him down for a 3v3 now. Diffuser's down as well in Electrical as CD takes down Cats. It's a 2v3 now, up to just Viagra and Tapstats. Ash and Jaeger. Ash, as I say that, CD taking down Tapstats. The Jaeger takes out the Zofia, almost. But it's now up to just Ash and Zofia, but Zofia is out of the round, and it's up to just Viagra here. Pushing forward, does not notice CD holding the shield, and CD gets the round for his team in short order. It is not looking great here for Mercenaries. Based off of these past two rounds, they are in a not-so-strong spot. So I'm going to need to tighten up what they're doing and how they're doing it if they want to stand a chance here, because that was not a great showing from them. They had good progress, they had momentum, and then it all stopped once they got to that supply wall. They had the man advantage as well, but for some reason just played a bit too aggro. It seemed didn't get any refrags either. And so as a result, ended up losing that round. So very unfortunate for them. We'll have to see if they can recover this upcoming round, which will be a kitchen and dining defense here by JD. And by the looks of it, they'll be trying to extend themselves. Not surprised by that 6-pick from Echo from Mozzie, who is admittedly a strong operator in his own regard. To Castle, who's usually reserved for trying to extend or trying to remove sightlines in the case of the SSG heavy room on Arsenal. So they will be actually extending themselves at least into showers, if not into security as well, using those castle barricades. Not surprised, but also bringing the Maestro for that. You often see those two in conjunction on this site. Maestro can also provide those pardon me, those evil eyes, which can give some free intel, as you are all aware. Going to set up those Beetles as well to try and slow down that push actually from Small Tower into Shower Corridor, try and keep that extension alive as long as they can, as well as the rotates being set. They could certainly make another one right next to it, right into Shower Corridor, but I believe they're deeming it unnecessary, and they won't be extending for the other part of the site. They won't be extending actually into security, deciding to actually just to reinforce all of that off. I don't know if that's the strongest choice, but it's certainly an interesting choice, and it at least in my views, it's the less important of the two possible extensions. The shower extension can really make taking the small tower a pain for the attacking team, which would be in this case Mercenaries. But the security hall just makes it a bit harder for the attacking team to take kitchen. It's not that important, I'd say, but it's certainly something that you would need to worry about at times. Tabstat's using an impact to actually open up that castle barricade, allowing some additional movement here for CD, who will be taking advantage of that. Now going to rotate away, going to join actually Riley's and having both of them roaming. Neither of them actually above though. Tabstat shutting down Riley's off of that run out there. That's very unfortunate for him. So it's now going to be 5v4 here for Calibrate Mercenaries, and this is their opportunity to break away, to try and catch up. Actually, not even break away. They are down 2 rounds here, so they certainly need to catch up before they can break away. Now, as you can tell, Kainsey going to be trying to hold down that extension, however, facing some pressure here, being droned out, dealing with a ash charge there onto that soft wall. Crispy, however, taken down there by almost going for a double kill, but Tabstats will get the double there onto CD. He did, however, take down Crispy, so there goes the Nomad, and there goes quite a bit of active utility. I don't know how many energetics he had put down, but that's certainly unfortunate to lose him. Kainsey falling back here. I don't know if he's going to try and go back and retake that extension, but it certainly seems that he's very adamant about holding the angle, so I think that that's gone at this point. Too much pressure on him from losing that soft wall as well as the castle barricade there. And now taking that ground will be Viagra here. Now has a sightline onto site as well as an entryway. He does not have any more ash charges. He does have breaching charges though, so he could certainly open up that wall right where Kainsey is on. There goes Stark, taken out by Viagra, who's now taking complete control without any contest, without any contest from any of the remaining members of J&D of Shadows, and this is of Showers, not Shadows, but there's certainly Shadows and Showers. Echo taking down Cats, moving his shadow really. Kainsey trying to do his best to hold down sight, but unfortunately taken down by Tab for a triple kill. Tab gets the 4K in the round for Mercenaries, and that was a strong showing by Tabstats. Just decides to, okay, I'm gonna turn on my best game here, guys, and just plugs in the big brain, calls up Justin to make a meme reference, and got the round for his team there, who are now going to still be down, but a lot closer here. Actually 1-2 for these two teams. Now, JD looking to go actually to Kids and Dorm's main hall. So this was their first sight, that very first round that we saw from them, which was a fairly good round, I'd say. It was close, but certainly always places to improve in that sense. Still, we'll have to see if they can replicate that, if they can get another round here. They're doing fairly well, considering that this is halfway through the first half, if that makes sense, quarter, if you wanted to use that sort of sense. They're up 2-1, which is expected, either that or tied, but you can't be tied at 3, so it makes sense really that they would be in this position. Defending teams usually have the advantage on this site, so you usually see either a 3-3 or a 4-2 split in favor of the defending team, which would actually be, as you can see, JD. And if I'm remembering correctly, they're stronger on defense than on attack. They went from what? It was 17 lots from them on this objective. I'm just trying to remember exactly, but I think that they went, what, 4-2 on defense? Or something like that? I'll go and check. Because there's got to be a score report on it. Let's see. Damn. Can't find it. Whatever. Alrighty, HSL is going down. Only 40 seconds in. I don't know what happened there for the Bandit of Dark. I don't know what he was doing. Was he trying to bandit trick that or what? But fortunate to see that it's been opened up that early. And already a strong push coming out here. Crispy as well as the ace there of Lanny going to be pushing forward here into Master. They do have that open enough to just walk through almost. It's a lot of Selma ticks, 4 to be exact, but still quite a few. And now, Blaney going to be trying to play off of that. I don't know what exactly is going on here for Calibrate Mercenaries. They're in a bit of a holding pattern, it appears. Just trying to hold down that flank there in the lobby. Would be the Nomad, actually, of Crispy, as the Ash there of Viagra is going to try and push forward, but they're trying to figure out where to go next. They've gotten that wall over on the side of game. All they really need to do is to either push it for the plant or to go for a pincer attack of sorts, potentially, combining it with either Big Window and or Attic, which they would need to enlist either Blanny or Cats to rotate over there and either Maverick Trick or put a summon on that wall, but there's no denial on it anymore. An impact from below by Tabstats is making sure of that. Tabstats just going to be holding below there. A bit dangerous though now as the Ash is going to creep, the Valkyrie's going to creep up, but Riley's takes him off of the board, and that's going to spook Cats, who's now going to rotate over to try and get that refrag. Seeing his dead comrade's body, unfortunate to see that he was caught to use some funny words for it. Crispy getting a kill there onto Riley's, but to use some funny words, caught lacking. 4v3 though, as Cats takes down CD to bring us to a man advantage actually in favor of Mercenaries once again, but they only have 30 seconds here. They do have the diffuser, they do have smoke, so that way they could smoke plant. Gonna be a 4v2 almost. Kainsey is down, but not out just yet. Echo looking for the revive here. Gonna rotate over to his teammate. And now Dark gonna hold the angle, trying to deny that plant. Certainly needs to stay alive at this point. He's gotten lowered there quite a bit. Cat's getting a double there. 4v2 Nitro going out there from Dark. Does not get the kill. Kainsey taken out by Crispy for a double now. It's up to just Dark in a 1v4. Blouny's taking the plant. Gonna deal with them all of the members of Mercenaries, and Cats gets the kill for himself. And with it, the round. It is now 2-2. These two teams have tied up once again. Quite a few twos in that name, in that sentence, but still, you all get the point. Alright, and now, once again, JD going to be going actually to top floor here. That's their third time, which is obviously not ideal, but I'm not surprised. They're going to be trying to...
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Alright, and as you can tell, just bringing actually a similar lineup. I don't believe that they've, I stand corrected, they've actually made one change, bringing in Echo as the mute in place of, if I'm remembering correctly, Legion last round, but I can't exactly confirm that. So, that's just my best guess at this point. Oh, and hi R4C, it's good to see you.
Attackers must locate and defuse the bomb.
Now, as you can tell, Echo just trying to secure those walls there. Certainly useful to have those, but going to be trying to get a bit more use out of them by denying drones, which is something that a bandit battery can't do really, unless they want to put it on barbed wire, which is an interesting thought to say the least. To have a bandit battery on a barbed wire just for drones. Now, Selma going down there, but unfortunately too little, too late there for Dark, who will actually have that wall opened on him. As Riley's takes down Viagra for an early round advantage here for his team. And 3-3 right now for us. Okay. Damn. Is that still map 1? I'm going to presume that that's still map 1, considering that you guys are only 15 minutes behind. 3v5, though. Crispy taken down actually by Dark. But he got traded in short order. It's now 3v4, but the screen still says 3v5. Blaney taking him out. Using that 2.0. Navigator versus Angels, yeah. Well, good luck to you, good luck to Angels. So, we'll have to see whoever wins that actually faces, I believe they would actually face the winner of this in the championship for this division here. So I'm not really surprised by that. And as you can tell, it's a 3v3 actually, as Riley's as well was taken out there in short order. About half of the round has elapsed here as 2v3 CD getting a surprising kill. I don't think he was going to get that onto tab stats. Might have been using something through the over on the kitchen hall as Blandy will get a double onto Echo, and now Sight might be in a bit of jeopardy here. 2v2. KZ forced to hold down Sight solo, getting some interference from Lucy to help him. CD rotating in. Nitro going out to not even a Nitro. Impact going out to nowhere. Blandy looking for the plant. Will's try and stick it. Cat's covering him with those frag grenades. Plant will be stuck. CD rushing through that smoke. Does not get the kill. Looking for the kill. Does get the kill finally. Double kill from him. It's up to just Cats here as Blandy's out. And now it's up to just CD as well. Kainsey taken down by Cats. It's a 1v1 here. Round is on the line. It's going to be very influential as to who gets the advantage at half. CD trying to approach from behind. Does spot and gets the 3K using that SMG-12. And now will get that defuse down for a 3-2 lead, actually. And that is the round there for JD.
Defenders disabled the diffuser. Defender mission.
Unfortunate to see, and a bit of disrespect, I'd say, from CD as he decides to shake his head no to the prospect of another round win there and a lead at that for Calibrate Mercenaries. This certainly seems to be the strong side for JD, but even then, this is a strong map. This is a strong response, I'd say, to this map by actually Calibrate Mercenaries. They're doing well. They're holding their own here, which is certainly surprising to see. We playing the loser of this game. Oh, I thought you guys were playing the winner. Had to rehost. Oh, that sucks. I hate rehosting. And hello, Romero. I have no clue who you are, but like, hello, to say the least.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Wait till Echo gets ace, then it's ramps. I mean, he went ham that first map against Angels, so like, really. Oh, Tempered Rose. Hello. Ah, okay.
Device position. Device activated.
10 seconds to go.
Place device.
5 seconds to insert.
I mean, he very well could. He popped off that first map, which was Oregon, if I'm remembering. Or was it the second map that was Oregon? He popped off one map, so he could certainly pop off again. It seems entirely possible that Echo playing that Legion to try and slow down the attack here, waste some time, and no real IQ to counter him in that sense. It's interesting to see that Valkyrie as well is on the board, but still no who popped off. I believe it was a week or two ago, and it was JD, which is the defending team here, was facing Calibrate Angels, who are currently facing R4C of Navigate. About a week ago, Echo here, who is currently playing the Legion, he popped off in the first game, which I believe was on Oregon, but I'm not entirely sure. But he went ham, and so he helped them get a very easy first game win. And now, as you can tell, Mercenaries going to try and push through blue stairs, or boiler stairs, whichever one you want to call it. Tabstats realizing there's a Legion mine there, but unfortunately it's being held by the Bandits, so can't exactly do anything off of it. Crispy, however, doing something, getting a kill on a CD is what. Gonna try and clear out the upper floors there. Certainly had to pay the price. He's down to approximately 30, I'd say, health, so not on the best spot for him to be in, but certainly unfortunate for him. And now Riley's going to try and approach site, realizing that there's actually there's an air job there, but it's actually ignored. Doesn't even matter though. Cat's hopping off that Maverick trick just to get the quick kill, saying, "Okay, I can do both." And now it's up to just Echo. Dark taken down. Echo just getting the 4v1 now. Takes down Maverick. 3v1 getting a double onto Blanny. Diffuser is down as well. Now Cat's having to deal with that Legion mine, but it doesn't even impede him. Does not get the down. Gets the kill onto Echo. Stops him from popping off any further. And ties this half, actually, for Calibrate Mercenaries. 3-3 here. And Riley sold. some toxicity in the chat. I see. I'm gonna look at the scoreboard very quickly. CD about to break into double digits this potentially this next round, but in general leading his team with 9 kills. Echo at 5, so has close to half. On the side of Mercenaries, however, Cats and Tab both tied for first in terms of kills. Both have 7 and 4. The only difference is that Cats has 3 assists. And then Viagra and Crispy tied for second, if you wanted to count it that way. Both have 5, so not very far out. All of them about the same, relatively even, poised to get some more kills potentially as they now move on to defending. And we'll have to see how they do on defending. This certainly seems to be a map that is favored more towards the side of JD. So we'll have to see if those two sort of factors, those counteracting factors, how those two interact and how they sort of affect how this game goes, because it'll be interesting to see if one is stronger than the other, if they just sort of counteract each other to end up neutralizing, really.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Device placed.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
Explosive ordnance primed. Shield deployed.
Right, and now as you can tell, just bringing the Mira strat, so a bit risky, but also can be very useful actually on the defense, I'd say. Bringing a Goyo as well. You don't see that every day. I'm not sure where those Goyo shields are. And one is on pillar there, as you can see, just off of the corner of your eye. I'm gonna sort of focus in on it very quickly, and the other is right around there. I don't know if that would actually be able to touch electrical door with either the explosion or the fire, but certainly going to take out those barbed wires and maybe even the ADS if it gets exploded too early, which is certainly an issue, at least a worry for anybody around supply, is worrying about this freezer hold, which has actually been, it's actually up to just Blanny here, as the Goyo going to be holding the mirror window trying to slow down that push, but really, it just appears that this is sort of favoring a blue hold over a laundry and freezer hold, so that'll be a bit of a risk, but we'll have to see if that turns out to be a reward for Mercenaries. Nitro going out to no effect, unfortunately, though, as it's down to just Viagra and Blanny for those Nitros. About half the round has been wasted, as well as a man advantage has been developed here, thanks to the work of Crispy and the rest of the Mercenaries, as they've been holding down blue quite valiantly here. Hi MVPK, no smoke and clash they're selling. That's an interesting way to view it, to say the least. I think I'm just going to leave it at that. Stuns going out, actually, by the Sophia there of Riley's. Tab getting a 3K, however. Trying to focus in on him, took me a second. Onto both Riley's and Echo with that. 4K from Tab, he takes down Dark. He's looking for the ace here. It's a 5 versus 1 here, it's up to just Kainsey. He gets 1 on the Viagra, now a 4v1. Tabstead's trying to eye it up. Kainsey trying to clutch it up. Tabstead's rotating away. I don't think he knows exactly where he is. Kainsey doesn't seem to know where actually Tabstead is either. Tabstead's trying to rotate around. I don't know if he heard that air jab go down. Tabstead's looking for it here. Gonna deal with the clash. Actually, Crispy air jab goes down. Does actually hit Crispy, but unfortunately does get the double. And Tabstead gets the ace onto Kainsey. And dear, that's gotta be a bad way for an opening to this attacking half for JD, is to let Tabstats, the strat tracking service embodied in a player, get an ace on you. He just ran a roughshod over Jesus and the disciples, and that is not the way that they want to be rolling here, as for the first time in this match, if I'm remembering correctly, actually, Mercenaries is in the lead here. They are up 4-3. We'll have to see if JD can actually catch up, or if they can get any sort of extra, or if this is a breakaway moment, really, for a watershed moment, an opportunity to break away from Mercenaries. And we'll have to just I'll have to just sort of play it by ear
Attackers
as
need
to
locate and defuse bombs.
how this really affects it, if that makes any sort of sense. But now, going to top floor here will be Mercenaries, bringing the Melusi, the Goyo once again being brought. Otherwise, I'm not seeing anything out of the ordinary for them bringing it. Both of them being placed facing trophy side, one over by Bunk. Gonna be trying to slow down that push from trophy from afar, as well as provide some more anchoring safety, I'd say, for anybody trying to anchor in this little corner there of Big Window.
Seconds left.
Actually rotating that Goyo shield around, deciding to move it away from Kid's door facing trophy, deciding that the other one is fine. Actually going to be moving it to attic right by the window, so I'm sure that if anybody wants to push that, they'd be dead meat. But on the flip side, very easy, I'd say, for Dark or CD or Riley's or Dark with the frag, or even Echo, basically any member here of JD, to destroy that shield. So trying to waste some utility with these 3 shields. I almost said 4. They moved the one off of Bunk over back to where that first shield was placed. So a bit of a wasted movement, I'd say, in that. But I suppose it's not going to really make them pay all that much. And now an impact going out from below by Riley's to try and get that wall open. Does get one battery, does not get the other, so unfortunate, but I'm sure that Echo will be able to work with it, because he does have that access point, and I don't believe that the Bandit actually, Vagger, doesn't even have a battery. He's off-site, so no way that he's going to be able to keep that closed, and there's no way to impact trick that wall. I don't think any of these walls could really be impact tricked outside of maybe the trophy and maybe the attic walls, but that's doubtful at that. Now that wall will be open there, certainly could push through that if they needed to, but going to be difficult to say the least, as the smoke of Crispy is holding an angle on that, as well as actually Blanny is helping by providing a crossfire angle. Admittedly, not his best place for him to be playing, but it's certainly functioning. CD taking down Viagra for a 5v4, but he's done his job. He's wasted about half. He took about half the round to be taken out. CD getting a double onto Blanny for a 5v3 now. CD being a bit paranoid, trying to get rid of some sort of flanker, I suppose, but there's nobody else roaming here for Mercenaries. Echo being lit up there by the smoke wave, unfortunately, of Crispy. He's brought down to probably around 40, 45 health, if I had to make my best guess. Maybe 40. But still, Nitro going out there from Cats to no avail, though. Now, oh my, Crispy replacing the shield there. Trying to deal with the Zofia there of Riley's. Unfortunately, he zaps his own. His last smoke wave got zapped. That's got to be a tragedy for him. Now pushing forward, unfortunately, he does get punched there by Riley's 2v5 now.
Attackers located a bomb.
Eka looking for the plan, deciding to get off of it, thinking that it's best not to. 2v4, though. Tapsas takes down CD. Let's try to even up here. Might be looking to pop off again. Maybe eyeing that ace again. Will be denied, however, by Cats. He gets another kill down to Dark. Eka looking for the kill. He does get that onto Cats. Riley still needs to be revived, though. Painsy trying to hold that down. Echo's down as well. It's up to just Tapstats and Painsy here. Painsy trying to push forward, trying to get that kill. Should go for the revive, but deciding against it, trying to go for this kill here. But it's a 1 versus 3. This could be a 4K from Tapstats based on how Painsy responds. Low time here. Just needs to get the kill, but he does not. Tapstats getting the 4K. Dear. It is now 5-3 here for... actually 5-3 for Calibrate Mercenaries, and it seems that with half and switching sides, they seem to have been highly energized, and something needs to happen on the side of JD for them to sort of snap out of this, because they have gotten in a ditch here. They were tied at half. They did okay on defense, considering that they were defending first. You know, usually want to switch at half with a 4-2 lead, but they still switched with a 3-3 lead, so not the best, not the worst. Certainly could work with it, but they've now led up 2 whole rounds here to Calibrate Mercenaries. We're now going to go to the third side of meeting in kitchen. Interestingly enough, you don't normally see that. A lot of teams will opt for the dining in kitchen site, but unfortunately, or not unfortunately, interestingly, wrong verbiage there from me. Interestingly enough, they'll be going actually to meeting in kitchen. You don't see this every day. We'll have to see how they decide to hold it, because this isn't a common site really for teams to play. Gonna be bringing that castle there to try and extend it to security. I don't know where else they'll be putting the castles, but that appears to be what they'll be doing with them. But anyways, on to this round here. Bringing the mirror as well. You don't expect that. Putting the mirror window. That black mirror is the official name for it. Actually, in security along with a shield. That's interesting to see. You very rarely see some sort of combination of those sightlines there to help, as well as the mirror window with a shield stacked onto it, behind it. I suppose trying to get some extra sort of sightlines, maybe, from actually,
ADS up and running.
from security, trying to deny some sightlines is the best way to put it. Actually, from security to dining, which is where they'd be pushing into, but Viagra is the smoke going to be holding that now. Crispy just trying to move around and help his teammate out, I believe, realizing there's somebody above them. Has that hatch open to allow somebody to roam above. Cat's taking out Kainsey here for 5v4. 2 players above, Tamstats above as well. He's been popping off here. He has 15 kills. Looking for a 16th here. Actually, onto the Zofia there of Riley's. And he gets the headshot there, too. 5v3 here. And this upstairs field seems to be shredding almost. As I say, that Echo's slowing the tide, stopping the tide, really. Crispy takes down Dark, but Echo has removed Cass from the equation. It's a 4v2 here. This is not the way that JD planned for this to go. CD trying to push through Armory here. Has that breach effect, gonna do a hot breach. Not the wise decision to make, I'd say. Gonna do a bit of a flare there as he pushes in here. Trying to get some map control for his team. For his teammate, Echo there, just holding down game wall. Not sure where exactly everybody is, but gonna push in here. Might be pushing into a crossfire though, as Crispy and Tabstats are holding that. Look at the crossfire double from Tabstats, and he's now at 17, if I'm remembering correctly. CD here looking for a kill, but Crispy does get the kill and the round. It is now map point, not just match point. Potato, potato, tomato, tomato. You all get the point. This is a point. This is match point for Calibrate Mercenaries here on Oregon. But it is now, they are now up here at 6-3. So this is certainly looking unfortunate for JD, because if I'm remembering correctly, this was their map pick. So they've got to be sort of kicking themselves over how they managed to shoot themselves in the shin here, and so far only have 3 rounds, but never say never. They could certainly mount a comeback, but it's going to be difficult here. They need to win 3 rounds in a row. And Crispy and the rest of Mercenaries have been popping off here. They've been doing very well on the defense. They got a sweep, actually, including a rather dominant third sight on Oregon, which is certainly a feat to behold. You don't normally see that. I'm sure that they're very pleased with themselves, have quite the high morale thanks to managing to win all 3 sites there, and have to now rotate back to basement. You know, they have that opportunity. They didn't have to worry about the third side really, because they won it. They won the top floor, they won the basement, they won this. This is the basement, they won the first floor. So they're certainly going to be quite excited by having this heavy of a lead and being in this sort of position where this was a pretty strong objective for them. Crispy playing as that Clash once again. I think earlier, Bro Moment is his name, claimed that they were selling, but they still managed to win the round, so I don't know how that's exactly selling, but still, I suppose if you want to put it that way. Alright, and as you can tell, Crispy, are actually rotating away. That's surprising to see. I had to do something very quickly, but I'm back now, and it's still 5v5, 5v4 though. Tabstats taking down Riley's, and this is looking like the beginning of the end here of this map. Tabstats being droned down, pushed into T2, so could be pincered here by JD in short order. I don't know if anybody's going to be looking to help him. Crispy certainly is as he rotates up to T2. And that's certainly the help that he needs to keep his chances alive of holding out, of wasting some time, and wasting some utility as well. Some Ash is being used. Crispy might be getting a bit aggro. Does get fragged and taken down there by Tabstats. Actually getting a double there onto Kainsey, but Dark takes out Crispy. I almost said Tabstats took him out without being correct. Tabstats still in T2 here. Has to worry a bit about being pressured. I don't know if he knows this, but actually he's clear to rotate back to site. Nobody is holding meeting here. They've all rotated over to the lobby side, and instead Tabstats is going to put themselves in the corner unknowingly. Unfortunate to see that, but still damage has been done here. And now JD's going to be pushing site here, I believe, trying to just sort of let Tabstats be. Going to try and put some pressure on site directly, really. Dark trying to push in here to Freezer. Does have a rotate there, and Smoke Wave already going out from Viagra. 30 seconds left. He has 2 Smoke Waves. Cat's eating a frag for that down. I don't know if he's going to get revived. I think Lenny might be looking for it, but he gets down. He gets lowered there. Echo takes on Viagra. Might be looking to pop off here in these final seconds. Needs to do something in short order, though. As Dark getting a double onto somebody, but in short order, Blanny taking down Echo. CD removes Blanny in the trade, and Dark will frag out. If I'm remembering correctly, that would have been actually Cats as the Mira, and that round will actually go to JD. It looks to be now mounting a comeback. Shut up. Didn't say that never happened. I'm sorry, man. I had to call you out on your word. I had to, bro. I'm sorry. Just gotta.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Razor wire is deployed. Deploying explosive ordnance.
And gonna look at the scoreboard here very quickly, since I have the opportunity to actually go into top floor here. Just deciding to switch it up. At least they realized that that JD has their number now on that basement side, or maybe they just have a bit of superstition now. But having to use a nitro to open up that rotate, that's unfortunate. Viagra going to be using some ammo there to open up feed holes. Certainly has plenty, but unfortunate to see that they don't even have impacts from Blanny or I almost said or Cats, but he doesn't have that. I think Crispy still has impacts as an option as the Echo, but I might be wrong on that. But still, it's unfortunate to see that they didn't bring a shotgun, nor did they bring any real impacts, so they have to use some rather high utility in general, not even high utility operators, just to make a simple rotate. So I suppose that's an unfortunate side effect, but they're bringing the same Goya shields as we saw before, not switching up that second shield, though, that normal shield. Now going to be facing White Stairs instead of being over an attic, I suppose, realizing that this could be a bit more powerful, a bit more useful against the White push, but still anybody really anchoring behind that needs to worry about somebody playing on actually the kids' window, so they need to be concerned, to say the least, about somebody potentially holding this sort of upper area right by where that Goya shield is to keep people off of that kid's window rappel. And now Selma's going down there on the game wall as I'm speaking. Only about 50 seconds in, maybe 55. He wanted to be a bit generous, I'd say. But Riley's managing to do that for his team, getting that open, and now they're going to be looking actually to push in here and CD trying to get something, but both of them getting hit by the ADSs. They're stacked ADSs on both the Goya shield and the Malusi Banshee, so that's a lot of utility to burn there. Once again, another smoke being zapped by that ADS, and I think Riley's realizing that he needs to clear that out. Needs to rely on somebody to really get that, but all they really have now is Dark with those frags, or potentially with the with the torch, but even then that's being a bit generous. And now Dark gonna try and Maverick trick that, which he will here. Gonna have to worry over about the Goyo of Cats pushing up, but Cats gets shut down by Dark, who's gonna now push forward into pallets. If I'm remembering correctly, that's the call. I might be wrong, at least that's what I refer to it as. And now gonna push in the swamp, but that reinforcement, that rotate being reinforced, and rotate into kids, which is unfortunate to see. And as you can see, Frag Grenade going out there onto the Malusi Banshee, not being stopped by either of the ADSs. 3v5 those Rally takes down Crispy, and somehow, some way, Mercenary seems to be falling asleep. 1v5 though, in short order, Echo taking down Tapstats, and CD removes Viagra. It's up to just Blanny here, and an almost 1 versus all. They take down Riley's, but still steal 4 members here of JD. Runs out of ammo there. We're has to worry about a frag there. Gonna push back, looking through the speedholes, trying to figure out a way out of this, but he's stuck in a corner here, dealing with almost an entire team here of JD. Sort of stuck in this corner, trying to make his way out, but unfortunately for him, Blanny will get taken down by CD for the round. It's now 6-5. We could actually see an overtime here for these two teams. This has been a very back and forth, bit of a seesaw battle to say the least between these two teams. It is now 5-6, and if JD wins this next round, this will be overtime. If actually Mercenaries wins this next round, it will be a map in the books for them. We'll have to just wait and see. But now going to basement, and we're originally going to go to meeting. They will go to meeting, actually. Going to try and shake it up here against JD. As they're going to be going to their third site, arguably, which was a very dominant site for them due to them holding above. Very strongly getting those picks, getting the refrags. Ended up winning it off with 4 still standing, so almost a perfect round for them when they went here. So not a surprising, to say the least, surprise in my mind to see them going here, bringing the same lineup as before. Actually, we'll have to see if they can replicate that success, or if JD can once again make some magic. Keep the Cinderella story going, manage to keep that glass slipper on, and get the round and bring them to overtime. But even then, they still have to worry about winning 2 more rounds, which they will actually be attacking first, if I'm remembering correctly. I need to make sure of that because
5 seconds to go.
And I can confirm they would actually be attacking first. And this has been, I mean, they're going, what, 3-0? No, they're going 3-2. I almost said 3-0. They're currently 2-0, at least in terms of a consecutive win streak. But still, they've led up 3 rounds. They put themselves in this situation where they're at match point here for Calibrate Mercenaries, so which are going to be trying to hold down Meeting in Kitchen here, using a similar strategy. I don't believe it's the exact same, but I certainly believe that it's similar here. For Mercenaries, Cats, however, taking down CD, and that is not the right way to open up this round for JD. I'm sure that actually Cats is ecstatic about that, because that puts them in a 5 versus 4. They can play a bit more passively here. They do have that hatch open. They don't have any rotates, but it's just actually the Jaeger of Tapstats who's going to be playing above. I stand corrected, it's also the mute there of Cats, but both of them have to rely on that one hatch as their only rotation out. Cats and Tapstats. There goes Tapstats. He's taken down by Dark for a trade there. Unfortunate to see. I believe he was just spotted by the melee holes. You always want to pre-fire those. 3v4 Canesy taking down Cats, and that looks to be a shift in the tides here, actually, for JD. As we could very well be going to overtime here on this first map, and that's going to be an interesting way to put it. Dark trying to push forward here. Does not have anybody really droning for him, but doesn't even need to worry about that. That hatch is open, so they certainly can just take the rest of the top floor freely. They only have to worry about those 3 members of Mercenaries on site. Blanny as the bandit. Or not Blanny. Blanny as the castle. If only he was the bandit, that would be some alliteration. Crispy as the Mira playing in security. Blanny as that castle playing right in split. And Viagra actually as the bandit playing over in kitchen here. going to be looking to play that mirror. 2 out of the 3 players on those mirror windows. So, not surprised to see that. About 55 seconds, 50 on the dot now. Actually, as I say that, Selma going down there by Riley's to open up some walls, trying to cut off that rotate, trying to make the remainder of Mercenaries uncomfortable here. They have 40 seconds, so they need to make a move soon. They do, however, have quite a bit of map control, at least whether knowingly or unknowingly. Pushing forward here, Kainsey taking out one. Does remove Lanny's taking down, double kill from him as Riley's will take out Viagra. It's up to just Crispy here on a 1 versus 4. 24 seconds here. Nitro going out. He's going to get pressured by all of JD essentially, except for Echo's looking for the plan. 1v3, Crispy takes down 1 in Riley's, but Dark will shut him off for the double, if not the triple there. And this game will be going to overtime as I'm going to take another look at these stats here on the scoreboard. Tabstats about to drop a 20 bomb, going 19-7. Katz is the next one behind him with 10, almost half. Once again, next person behind him has close to half of the actual kills. And then on the side actually of JD, CD leading his team with 14 kills here. Next person behind him would be Echo with 9. Interesting to look at that. So now we're going to be going actually to overtime, 6-6 here. This could really go either way based off of how these past rounds have been going, though. It looks like, I mean, I would say that this is going to go the way of JD based on the fact that they're attacking at least once, if not twice here. But it's really a toss-up because both teams actually went 3-3 on attack and defense. So it's not like one team defending first or one team attacking first seems to really favor them. But if I had to just take a wild gander, I would favor JD based off the fact that this seems to be their map, as well as the fact that they just won 3 rounds in a row on attack on every single site, outside of Dining and Kitchen, which actually wasn't being played by, there by Mercenaries, but still, it's really just going to be up to how these two teams play it out.
5 seconds remaining. Attackers have located a bomb. Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
Now you see me, now you don't. Perimeter secure. Shield deployed.
Alright, and now Crispy One's gonna be playing as that Clash. They're trying to hold down. Blue Stairs does not have any utility on him this time. Doesn't have any ADSs or any Banshees. I don't know why you would need an ADS on him. Does have that barbed wire there, so certainly going to be thankful for that. It's double barbed wire actually. Does have some in the middle there. Now breaching charge going on there on the top floor. I believe Shady looking for a top-down clear here, or at the very least, the Tabstats finally hitting 20, taking down on Echo. I'm sure that he's going to be unfortunate. He's going to be sad to see that happen, but still, it's a 5v4 here for Mercenaries. They do have a man advantage. 2-man advantage now as Tabstats getting a double onto CD, and he could very well hit 25 by the end of this game. It's really just, it's a possibility. He's at 21, but stomps there at least for now. Kainsey takes him out and tries to even it up here, and also sort of open it up for his team, taking down their roamer there. They're still down 4v3 here, or 3v4 in their case, so they still need to make some sort of recovery really, but they do have about half of the round here, and they do have quite a bit of utility. They have 3 Selmas, 2 air jabs, and basically full gas on the Maverick Torch, which they haven't been really using all that much. The aggro lit up there due to the soft wall right next to that mirror window, which is unfortunate. Gonna try and get a kill there. Spots the Goyo, but unfortunately the Goyo there, which would be Blanny, takes him down. Just has that one-way mirror window and got the additional intel that he needed. Crispy gonna rotate around, trying to help his teammates out. Slowing down Riley's is playing now in Laundry, trying to spot somebody. And now he will get the rotation help there from Gainsey. Might be looking to potentially air jab him. I don't know exactly. Going to be trying now to just push in here, and almost all of Mercenaries going to rotate over. 3v2 though, as there goes Riley shutting off Cats. However, they're going to have to deal with Crispy here. He's pushed back there, almost lit up, does get knifed. And Kainsey is lit up by Riley's. Oh no, that is not how they want to be rolling here. He could be taken down by the Clash Shield at this point. Riley's, however, taken out by Viagra. It's up to just Kainsey here, and he got zapped to death by Crispy. I'm sure that he's going to be having a nice cackle about that. And they will now take overtime match point here on this map. They are now up 7-6. Time to check all my pings. Alright, now gonna check the chat. Nobody in the chat, that's sad. Whatever. Going on to this next round, though, we do have actually a defense here from JD. Oh, drumroll please, it's top floor, as I was suspecting. Gonna be bringing, pretty stereotypical setup to bring in the mute and the bandit there for denial, both denial of walls and denial of intel in the case of Echo. Combining that with the vigil there, gonna try and get some additional drone denial, bringing a dynamic duo for it, to use some alliteration in that sense, but Mercenaries now have an opportunity here to close this out. They only need to win one more round. They do have a one-round blanket, or one-round safety net is the best way to put it. I don't think blanket is at all the word to describe it, but CD now going to be rotating around to a small tower in the place of Riley's there as the Jaeger. We actually at one point, I don't remember which round it was, but we did see a vigil. It was Riley's. Rotate all the way to small tower office and watch the entry into rear stage from tower side. If you all remember that, and that's what I'm talking about here, which is what he's eyeing. He's actually going to just be playing small tower in general there. Going to be droned out, I believe, or something resembling that, as the Zofia actually of Tabstats trying to drone that. I don't know what exactly he's doing. I don't know if he's watching for a jump out or a run out or what really, but is it best of one, Fraser James? I don't know who you are, Fraser James, but I'm going to answer your question like any other person. So thank you for asking. It's a best of three here. First map would be this. It's Oregon, which has Jesus and the Disciples. I don't know why I was about to say that in the British accent. So I'll put that in for the third map. I'll say that in a British accent. Now, actually, Bandit Trick being successful there, actually, by Dark over Bandit Batteries once again being taken down, and he has nothing left to deal with that. Once again, last of the Selmas there being placed by Blaney on that wall. And will be open, so he does have quite a sight line there. Now, as you can tell, going to be trying to push in 4v5 those. There goes Cats at the hands of Dark as the Bandit. Still managing to contribute to this round. I'm going to find the maps for you, Frazier. What's next map? It's... Oh, I'm Monkey. Oh, okay, Monkey. I'll let you know. And what is next map? So the map order is... The current map is Oregon. Defending first would have actually been JD. And then overtime, defending first was actually... was Calibrate Mercenaries. I'm going to look at the full thing. So, here you go, Monkey and Bro Moment. Kainsey is down, so it's a 4v5 here. Dark's just trying to hold down that breach there for as long as he can. About a minute left here for a not fully staffed Mercenaries to make a move here, really. And I'm going to look at this game here. It says, Oregon, Jesus and the Disciples defends first. At overtime, Calibrate Gaming Mercenaries, Tabstats taking down CD double from Tabstats onto Kainsey. And he's about to reach, he could reach, certainly. Crispy taking down Riley's as Echo removes Tabstats, and so there goes a chance at really reaching 25 there, unless they lose this next round. Dark taking out Viagra, however, it says 2v2 here. And the next map will be, so Calibrate Mercenaries defends first in overtime on this, and then next map will be Cafe. Calibrate Mercenaries will defend first, and then on overtime, Jesus and the Disciples will defend first. Final map will be Villa, which will actually be decided by round count as to who plays what. And then Crispy getting a double kill on a dog as Echo takes down Blandy for a double. It's up to a 1v1 here. Entire match is down to just Echo and Crispy here. If Crispy gets the kill, this is in the books for them. They get that round advantage. Echo gonna have to, however, be the more aggressive one. Crispy just holding with the pistol. Echo doesn't even notice him. Oh my! Crispy takes the kill and the game for his team, winning it 8-6. So we will be going to Oregon. Mercenaries will defend first in overtime. The Disciples will defend first. Okay, folks, we're back. At last. Took us a bit. Substitution being made there by both teams as we saw VZ being brought in place of... I'm trying to now pin it. That would actually be a Blammy, actually, and Draconian being brought in for Dark. So some substitutions made. We'll have to see how they really affect the dynamics of these two teams as they now go to Cafe here. This was, if I'm remembering correctly, this is actually Mercenaries' map pick. So they'll be defending first here, and then on overtime they will actually attack. So as you can see, going to be defending on a map like Cafe. You know, it's a similar but also different map in comparison to Oregon. Oregon a bit more spaced out. And both of them about getting walls open, but I would say on Oregon it's a lot more about getting walls open, especially including hatches. So another thing is that this is a bit more tight, and there's also a lot more nooks and crannies, so usually only one roamer, and this is another map where you need to worry about isolation strats, I'd say, is one way to put it. If you can avoid doing a full roam clear from the top down, you can save about a minute, if not more. So I'm just gonna quickly post the record right now of this, so that way anybody coming in or anybody curious can there we are. That should have been pinned, and thank all 9 of you for sticking around. I understand that a number of you left, or a number of people left, because I suppose they were getting bored of having to wait for those substitutions. But thank you all for doing that, really, for sticking around. So so I appreciate you all.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
But now, Crispy and the rest of Mercenaries are going to be trying to potentially start bringing this series to a close. They are up, actually, they're up 1-0 here in terms of maps. They won that first map, which was Oregon, 8-6 in overtime. Now going to be trying to get this first round here off of a defense of Cafe. They are defending Cafe, that would be a fact. They're defending Cocktail in particular here. Going to be bringing the castle, which is interesting to see. You don't normally see a castle play on this site. You see it on occasion, but it's not a very common thing. Putting an ADS there right in the corner, actually, of sort of just that small chamber there of Cigar, which usually has a shield there, but no shield. There is, however, a sightline from New Hatch all the way to, or New Balcony, over to Cigar, so I believe somebody's going to be trying to hold that. In this case, it's actually the Jaeger there of Viagra. I was about to say VZ, but he's the castle here. So he's going to be trying to hold that, trying to stop that push into bar area, and that's going to also make, for JD, it's going to make that New Hatch area push and planting, especially in that default overrun, but it's going to make it very uncomfortable for them. But as you can tell, JD looking to attack here from those hatches. They're trying to get a Cigar take, it appears, and now pushing in will be that Ash. Unfortunately, you can only see the icons from the roof, at least in this current position. Now going to be opening that of trying to push forward here. Does spot Tats as the Vigil. Does take him down. Not out just yet, unfortunately. Viagra covering for him, takes down Riley's. Now Viagra lit up as well. Both of them, Draconian getting another kill there onto Viagra, and he's coming out with a bang. And he's showing up with a bang. Certainly going to be showing off. It's a 4v3 here. Riley's taken down, but Viagra and Tabstats, two very strong players in that first game, are both off the board here for Mercenaries. Alright, and now Selma's going down there on that wall, but unfortunately it's muted. Two Selmas to be exact. But due to the fact that it's muted, there's nothing they can really do until they remove that mute jammer, which once they do, it'll actually allow them to, both of the mute jammers, at least one of them is going to be dealt with one of them gone, which that will allow the one Selma to go. The other Selma, however, is muted, so gonna need to worry about that. And now Nomad there of Kainsey trying to push through white hallways. Nitro goes after Crispy on a Draconian to even it up, and there goes the seeming fragger just off of the first round of JD. Crispy getting a double there onto Echo as CD takes down one. Takes down, to be particular, took down Cats. However, BC takes down CD, and it's up to just Kainsey here on a 1v2, and how quickly did that go? It went from a 4v3 now to a 2v1. Went from favoring JD to now favoring Mercenaries here, as Kainsey is put on the hot seat for his team. Gonna be trying to push forward here. Might be looking to get a plant down. He does have the diffuser. He does have a wall there as multiple, but fortunately not really in the best situation. Does not have any real utility to use to cover his plant either. Gonna push forward. Looking for the kill. Does not, unfortunately, however, get the kill. VZ does. Kainsey trying to I suppose shred his feet a bit, trying to turn them into some Swiss cheese, but VZ puts just one bullet, one shot headshot here in Siege, and gets the round for his team, who will now be up 1-0 here. And I'm gonna take a look at the bans here actually. So I'm gonna just gonna be taking a look at the yeah, nobody's speaking. That's unfortunate. Well, thank you all told for being here, so we can actually watch potentially an early lead being developed actually by Mercenaries, who will be going now to basement. Not basement, first floor, but relatively speaking, it is the basement of the building. We'll be going to the ground floor. We'll be trying to hold down kitchens here. Bring in the mirror, which is an interesting choice. You don't see that every day. I suppose going to be trying to put down a mirror window there. From cooking into bakery, which is a pretty common sight for mirrors for mirror windows setups on this objective. The other mirror window is actually going to be on that freezer wall, which is surprising. You don't normally see that. So I believe JD realizing that thanks to Riley's with that drone there. I believe the drone being spotted. I don't know if it was destroyed by... It was destroyed by Cats, but still, job has been done. Site was discovered in the matter of fact. There's those mirror windows, as well as some Goya shields from Crispy. You don't see those every day. I don't know what they're exactly there to accomplish, but they're certainly going to be interesting to see. They do have an ADS on it, surprisingly enough. They have a hidden ADS, but it's actually going to be... Yeah, it's actually surprisingly well hidden. All they would have to do to deal with it is have to push forward. They'd have to deal... In order to do that, they'd have to deal with anybody playing on that mirror window, so... A bit risky, and I think that actually, now, Crispy's still trying to figure out where exactly to put it, I suppose, trying to get that set, but unfortunately now, due to that placement, that won't be covered by the ADS. Somebody behind it could be covered, but not him, and that another castle barricade actually being used there on that restaurant window, which is interesting to see. You don't normally see that. I suppose they're trying to provide a bit of a crossfire there with that mirror window in conjunction, actually, with a hole now of restaurant and VIP. Crispy holding the VIP half of that with that Goya shield and the ADS, and the castle barricade and the mirror being held actually by the bandit of Viagra. So trying to get some sort of combination move there, sort of a... I have no jokes about combos, folks. It's not... I'm not a comedian. I'm a history buff, in all honesty. So as you can see, Tabstats holding that other Goya shield there and code check onto the red hallway, specifically facing actually the side of bakery. I suppose that... No, I can confirm that that's why it's facing the other ways, because Crispy's holding down restaurant side, so they can not worry about that. they can feel safe about that. However, from above, just by opening up that hatch, which might have been soft actually, that mirror window has been popped, and so now that sort of that hold has been a bit compromised, if not put at risk due to that being played there. So I thought I saw somebody in chat, so I'm gonna check that out. And now the Riley's taken down easy for a 5v4 here, but the damage has been done. They only have about 55 seconds left, and they have to deal with 4 members here of Mercenaries. CD being lowered just a tad there by Crispy, and he will be taken out there for a 4v4 now, as they will look to... they have evened it up thanks to Crispy playing that Goyo there, just holding the correct angles, the correct times, and now they're going to be trying to actually take down, or take this round really by just wasting enough time. Crispy lit up there by Riley's, who's going to push down Brian's stairs. Echo in the meanwhile taking down Cats. Riley's will get the double onto Crispy. It's up to just Viagra and tab stats. The one, the only. Now tab stats taken down by Riley's for 3K, 4K from Riley's. This takes down both tab stats and Viagra in a short order. As you can see, swings it, finishes him off, finds the Viagra there. Going to be taking him down, getting the round here and tying it up 1-0 now, actually.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Alright, and now going actually to... once again going to kitchens. Going to be switching it up here. We're opting for something different, I can confirm. Still bringing almost the exact same line, at the only change being... Cat's bringing now the... Mira, not the Mira, the mute in place of the Mira, both of them starting with M, both of them influential operators, but just some 3 different letters, you know, not that big of a difference if you can't tell my sarcasm. Here it is, I'm being sarcastic, but still, you all get the point here. And now same setup there in terms of actually the rotates as well as the Goyo shields. And they're now opting against holding that extension there, or that sort of a pocket hold is the best way to put it. They didn't exactly extend themselves all the way into VIP. Gonna not put down the Goyo shield, nor the Jaeger ADS, nor the Vulcan from previous the Goyo. And now a hot breaching will be Ash all the way on the top floor, which is Draconian here trying to push in, trying to get some more entry frags. He certainly did that first round, but unfortunately has been silent ever since, unfortunately for JD to be specific. But now, as you can see, Niagara just going to be on the roam here, playing that Bandit. Has to just try and hold that down, but going to get pressured there by Draconian. He's now just holding the upper part of Red Stairs. Riley's taking down Dabstats with the pistol, and there goes the main roamer there of the Jaeger. He popped off that first map, but has so far yet to explode really for his team. And now breaching charges going down there by the Ash, actually, of Draconian, who's going to be trying to just hold down that angle there onto sort of the common anchor spots, really, of Cooking. Not going to be playing vertical because there's no other contest. There's no other contest, really, from above outside of Tabstats, who's taken down in relatively quick order. And now it's a 5v4 here for Calibrate Mercenaries, who spread themselves out relatively conservatively, in a set. If you wanted to speak comparatively, I know that's a lot of adverbs, but you all captured the gist of my sayings here. And now, as you can see, going to be playing on lower red, actually, will be Kainsey trying to push forward. No, it's still upper red. No, middle red, still lower. I'm just speaking up, down, left, right, hot and cold. Yes and no, in and out, up and you're down, you're wrong when it's right. It's black and it's white. Cut your brick up, and then don't remember the exact rest of it, but hopefully you all get the reference there to a bit of pop culture. And now we're shitting over to that common anchor, probably the castle. I believe Draconian realizing it, trying to find him, catch him slacking, to use some slang. As CD takes down Viagra. There goes Crispy taken down there by Kainsey. It's up to just Cats and VZ here in a 2 versus 5. Selma going down there by Echo onto the Smell Bakery. 1v5 though. Riley's getting a double there onto Cats. Onto VZ, who's left Cats now, is the only one standing. Gonna try and get a kill there onto the Echo, not the Echo, the Nomad actually of Kainsey, who will get the double and the flawless round actually for JD. As you can see, just swung it, got the kill, got the round for his team. We're now going to be up 2-0 here. Surprisingly enough, they will be taking the lead now. Admittedly early into this map, but they were down, and now they're going to be in the lead here. Have gotten 2 rounds in a row against Mercenaries. They seem to need to sort of pardon me, seem to sort of clean this up, catch up here. They are on defense, and Crispy bringing the Aruni by accident is going to 6-pick onto the Malusi. So, fortunate to see that, especially if they wanted to 6-pick somebody else, but they have to that or be put in a 4v5. So,
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Alright, and now going to top floor once again will be Mercenaries. This is the only side that they've won out of this and ground floor, but they have yet to go to the second floor side, so I can't say anything about that. So we'll have to really wait and see on that half of the equation, that third, if you want to be exact. But you all get the point here. And now, love the broadcast. Oh, thank you, Mark. Great to see you around. Glad that you could show up and express your support for this. Thank you. Anyways, back onto the topic at hand here. As you can tell, Mercenaries trying to set themselves up to try and deny any sort of cigar push. Interestingly enough, turning this cigar wall, usually reinforced and electrified or jammed with a mute jammer, actually going to be turning that into a soft wall with some sightlines, suggesting that somebody might be looking to play Christmas tree or piano, whichever one you want to call it. You both get the point, hopefully, here. I'm just going to be trying to play that actually right by Cigar Bar. Would be the Jaeger, actually, of Tab Stats. Going to be just playing around that area. It does have 2 ADSs to cover him, so does not need to really worry about being fragged out by any member of JD or being impacted by Riley's or really stunned, because she would have to do that in quick order or rely on some coordination from his teammates, but still has a Banshee as well, so certainly a safe cover from him. Tabs has been getting lit up. She's had having his face shredded there. And now Draconian having a reload, but certainly did some did a number there. 4v5 though. Riley shreds the feet of Tab, and there goes the cigar wall with it. That's unfortunate to say the least that they've lost that in such short order. And with that, both impacts are gone. Cat's actually TKing Viagra. I don't know what was going on there, but that's certainly a gaffe on the side there of Mercenaries. We're now going to be looking at a 3 versus 5 situation here against JD. And if there's one consistency here, I'd say, for these two teams is the fact that no matter what, if JD gets the man advantage, they will almost always win that round. They will almost always put that round in the books for them. Obviously, it's a never say never, as you saw in that first round, but most of the time, it's a commonality, it's a common theme for them, or if they will get this man advantage, especially a 2-man advantage, that they will end up winning that round. Draconian trying to push forward, lowers Cats down to 1 health, but Draconian unfortunately gets the receiving end of the death there. And now it's a 3 versus 4, so close to even here for these two teams, but still, Cats could very well be taken down in quick order. About a minute left here for Crispy, Cats, and VC to hold down. Cats going to try and nitro something but from below. Does not get anything, though. Crispy pushing forward here over to the wall between Bar and Cigar. Holding that angle, looking for a swing potentially. Now Smoke's going down there. Now the ace, presumably, of Echo trying to control here. Does shoot through that Smoke to take somebody out. Lowers VZ as CD takes down Crispy. It's up to just Cats here. Riley getting a kill there onto VZ. And it's up to just Cats here to look for the ace. 1v4 does get shut off by Riley's for the 3K in the round. Here will go to JD. And as I predicted, it does come true here. They will be now down 1-3 and 9-1. Riley's about to break into double digits here. Not even the full half. Anyways, on to the next round. Going to be trying to defend not top floor, second floor actually. Will be Mercenaries, and this is the only thing that they haven't lost on yet. Admittedly, that's not something that you'd be surprised by. But they're down now 3-1. They've lost twice on kitchen. They have a 0% success rate there, and currently their success rate on top floor is a coin flip. They won one, they lost one. So, you know, at this point, it's heads or tails. And now, going to be going to second floor. You're bringing out the Valkyrie as well as the Mozzie for some drone and with that intel denial as well as some gathering in terms of Viagra. Bringing the Mira as well for some intel gathering through those one-way windows there. Trying to sort of pre-prep that Mira window there for to get some extra sight lines. As many of you have likely seen, you can actually remove the software around a Mira window on the not see-through side of it, you know, if that makes any sort of sense. You can remove that and it will provide some extra sight line actually onto the mirror window itself. Obviously, as you can see, sort of pre-prep that, but does not actually put down the mirror window just yet. Gonna now finish that up here. And as you can see, just holding up the extension there, a vertical extension, would be the Valkyrie as well as the Mira there. Both of them anchoring above. And that's usually the way that you want to play it, 3 below, 2 above. So that's what they'll be doing here, trying to just hold that down for as long as they can. And that's the way that you want to hold this, is hold it from above for as long as possible. And now, as you can see, gonna be alright, and as you can see, just trying to push forward here will be actually JD. We're gonna look for the smoke plant here. Nitro goes out, but to no avail. Snackle's looking to stick it here. The smokes are still covering him. Rushing forward will be that Mozzie there of Crispy. Gets 2 in short order, both on the Echo and Draconi. However, Seedy coming back, getting rid of Beezy, looking for the kill down to Crispy. Seedy getting a double onto Crispy as well, but Viagra removes Kane's from the equation. It's 3v2, 3v1. Tabstats takes down Riley. Seedy, however, getting a 3k now into Cats. It's up to just him against Viagra and Tabstats here. Spots presumably Viagra, as actually Tabstats in train. Pushing forward here, playing a bit aggressive here. Just needs to waste about, I'd say, 12 more seconds. At least needs to get one person off the defuse. Nitro going down there, gets the 4K on a Tabstats, now looking for the ace. Viagra trying to push forward here, needs to get the defuse. Looking for that ace there. Viagra looking for it. He would have enough time. Seedy now pushing forward, trying to stop the defuse. And he gets the ace! 2 aces here for JD across 2 maps. No, 2 aces in total across 2 maps. Tabstats, the first person to ace in the series. Now being fed there by Seedy, who gets that ace for his team and brings it now to 4-1, and they are attacking first. Oh dear, this is looking like it might have been JD's map pick, or this might be JD's map. This is looking very bad here for Mercenaries, who are down 4-1. And now, as you can see, they are in a bad spot here. They are going to be defending top floor here, almost bringing the Mirror, looking to 6-pick off of it onto mute actually, which is what we've seen them do before. Switching off of the, however, switching the Melusi for the Maestro. Still starts with an M, but a different M now, as well as a gender swap, if you wanted to point that out as well, but that's a bit less important really. So still, both of them able to waste some time, waste some utility in that, for the big utility dump operator, both of them. But instead of sort of slowing the attack in the way that Elysian would, which would be what Melusi does, now actually sort of providing intel and, to an extent, plant denial, but that's not really what you want to achieve with an Evil Eye. It's plant denial. You want to get more intel than plant denial, I suppose, though.
Bomb located by attacker.
Pardon me, folks. We've certainly seen actually many a plant denied actually by the Evil Eyes from Maestro. And now going to be still be defending top floor. They've actually switched off of that sort of a pocket strat, I'd say. That mini strategy there over on Cigar by closing down those ADSs, those Banshees, that sightline, all that utility gone in a matter of about 15 to 20 seconds, I'd say, as Tabstats was just wiped out of that position. So unfortunate to see for Calibrate Mercenaries. I almost said Envy, because I was thinking of a good old monkey who had showed up earlier, but as you can see, going to be trying to attack from the top down here. Going to be pushing from the hatches, actually. And now, as you can see, just droning that out. And going to be trying to push through there. And there's, as you saw in the bans, there was a Blackbeard ban, so that means that it's going to be a lot harder for both teams, namely JD, since they are attacking first, to make any sort of push onto Cigar, since usually the necessary operator for that is a Nomad or some sort of flank watch to watch for runouts or jump outs, and then a Blackbeard to play that window. Tapstats, however, takes down CD there, as there goes the man advantage in favor of Calibrate Mercenaries, who are not going to be up 5-4 here. Trying to make some sort of push here will be JD pushing through Cigar. They do have that wall open there, and now Riley is actually not Draconian. He takes down Tapstats. Viagra, however, in short order trades his teammates for now a 4v3 here. Draconian next up with the IQ there. Gonna push forward. You're looking potentially for, actually, for VZ, who was the one to trade him, if I'm remembering correctly, but unfortunately has not done that. And now Crispy getting some small chip damage actually onto Draconian. Only 5 health, but still that's gonna be 5 health too many, I suppose, in his eyes. Not gonna be watching that. However, we'll get some intel due to that. Not gonna be trying to play that. I'm sure that he has to worry to chat about that, because that's gonna be back of his mind. They don't have anything to deal with it. However, they don't have any frag grenades. They don't have Riley's impacts, which is their only real shot. So I'm sure that they're gonna be kicking themselves in the shin really after they shot themselves in the foot for doing that. And as you can see, Kainsey pushing forward here, trying to get that kill that he needs here to push ahead and get that backstore take. Now, as you saw, I just realized there's somebody there. That would be actually Viagra getting a double. However, Crispy stepping in to help his teammate out. Takes down Kainsey as Draconian is out. And it's up to just Echo here and a 4 versus 1. Let's deal with almost the entirety here of Calibrate Mercenaries. And this round will go to Mercenaries as Katz takes down Echo and gets the round. And it will be a 4-2 split here actually in favor of JD. And that's going to be big for them going into defending half. Alright, and now going into this first defending round actually for JD, who are up here with 2 rounds in advantage. Going to be going to Bar and Cocktail, which is where actually Mercenaries went first, so we'll have to see if they can sort of do what Mercenaries can't and win this first round on defense. But as we saw in that last game, which was admittedly a different game, so we're not exactly comparing apples to apples here, but still a good comparison to make. They were tied 3-3 after they were defending first, and then they went down and then back up to overtime. But they are now up 2. We're on a different map, and they're now going on to defense, which was seemed to be a stronger map, the stronger side for them. A lot less iffy, I'd say. A lot less inconsistent is the better way to put it. But you all understand the point that I'm making here. Going to be trying to bringing both Mozzie and Mute, the dynamic duo of Drone Denial, for some alliteration to be used once again. The classics there. One can jam anything really, counters a lot of operators on the attack, and the other can take drones and sort of provide a drone-free zone. Both of them, however, can provide that drone-free zone just in different ways. So Riley's now going to be looking for that spawn peak there onto, I believe that's, what is that, Christmas? I don't exactly remember what that is. I'm not going to memorize those outside spawns. We'll actually be, I'm going to have to wait to see what Katz's compass says once he's off that cam. And it will be Park, actually, is the correct call for it. If you really wanted to be specific, you wanted to drill down on that, be a bit, I don't exactly remember the word for it. I suppose structure is the best way to put it. You know, the keep it simple, stupid rule, KISS rule. So I'm just going to keep it with that. Now Tapstats trying to rotate up there as Mercenaries looking to push off of the roof here using those hatches. They do have, they do not have the shotgun. Tapstats brought that pistol there, the USP-40. So I'm sure that he's going to be disappointed in that. However, they do have Viagra as the hammer-wielding sledge. They don't have any real vertical to play outside of, you know, from heaven and these 2 hatches. They don't have any real place for those hammers outside of maybe getting rid of utility, but even then there's no shields. There's 1 shield, but even then I don't think that's going to play a lot into this round, considering that would be say the least, a pain to hammer from Viagra. You need to do some funny stuff. The Draconian trying to play that long game with that shield. Has it set up so that way he can play sort of freezer. Should that wall over in Cigar be open, and now as you can see, taking Cigar Shop will be tap stats there as the Jackal here. Jackal was not banned, so he's going to make full use of that Viagra, taking down Draconian. There goes the smoke with 3 babes still on him. That's gotta stink for JD losing a smoke this early in the round and losing all 3 smoke babes at that. It's gotta really be bad for them. Now Mozzie, Riley's being tracked as he was roaming earlier, gonna have to deal with some pigs, and now fortunately that cigar wall being opened up fortunately for JD. Nobody playing that shield though, even though they do have an ADS to cover it, so certainly could. CD now taking down tab stats to remove the Jackal from the equation and evening up the round here for both teams. But time is going to start to favor JD here. There's only about a minute, no, 50 seconds here for Calibrate Mercenaries to make a move. They have quite a bit of map control. They have enough that they could get to really essentially look at securing a plant here on the bar side. They would still have to deal with the remaining members of JD, who sort of spread themselves out accordingly to deal with that. 4v3 though, Crispy flanking Echo. Over Crispy getting downed, not out just yet. CD looking for that kill. Unfortunately for him, not getting it just yet. Kainsey and Riley's and CD's in a 3v4 here. 3v3 though, Riley's taking down BZ. Looking for a 3v2 here will be actually a double from both Riley's and CD as they take down Viagra and Crispy. Cat's getting a double onto Kainsey and Riley's in response. 1v1 here, 15 seconds left. Cats needs to get the kill. Does not have enough any ammo in his primary. Has to reload right in front of CD. Lowers him in response. 5 seconds here. CD just needs to spend his time and just wait. Realizes that he's behind him. CD swings against the headshot. Oh my! Very close round there. Almost ran out of time. As you can tell, the 3-speed there of Cats paid off for him. If he was not the Maverick, then you likely would not have gotten there in time. That's got to be unfortunate. Just a real coin flip there for CD, just holding the angle there, and unfortunately got the tails if he was betting on heads, or vice versa, depending on how you want to view it. Alright, and now, as you can see, going to be up here. 4-3? Am I looking at that correctly? I might have mistook how that last round went, and I did. It went actually the way of JD simply because Cats, due to pulling out the AR and just not having enough time, having to do that reload being lowered that much, just ran out of time. I wonder if he had pulled out the pistol, I don't even remember what it's called. You know, Maverick's pistol. I'm presuming you all know what that looks like. The sort of, I wouldn't say iconic, but somewhat iconic look of it. With the 9 rounds in it, which is sort of ridiculous in my mind. But maybe if you pulled that out, you might have been able to move faster and get the kill onto actually CD. I have literally no idea how that managed to go the way of JD. I think my best guess is that it was just time, but that really could have gone either way. It was just down to the final few seconds, and luckily for JD and especially CD, it went the way of them on defense, and that they're going to be up 4-3 here. No, what am I even saying? I am so wrong here that actually I'm going up and down and left and right and A and B and all that sort of stuff, and I would make another hot and cold reference here. I'm making the pink reference. Nicer going down there from the Melusi there of Draconian, now has to fall back, but that actually went the way of Mercenaries, and I just realized I thought it was tied 3-3. It was actually up 4-2, but they're now still closer to 4-3. Yup. Thank you, Rubian Torres. I have an idea about who that is. 4v5 though. Draconian takes down Crispy in short order, removes him from the round. Now about a minute has passed here, and it's a 5v4 here for JD. Thank you for reassuring me on that. I was really I wasn't really struggling, but I was having a bit of a tough time because I thought that it went one way, because I had presumed that it was a 3-3 half, but it was a 4-2 half, which meant that it went the other way. It really, you know, you can call me Dory if you want, just to make another movie reference in that. And now about a minute and a half left here. About half of the round has elapsed for for Mercenaries who are attacking first, but also for JD. It's a two-way street in that sense, but still it's going to start favoring slowly but surely JD, who are even manpower here. Riley's going to look for a flank from below. I don't know if they have any flank drones on it. I wouldn't be surprised if by that. Now, we've realized that is actually the sledge there of Viagra, who goes for the kill on him, trying to shut off his flank. Certainly discourages it. Tapstats being down there, not out just yet, though. Looking for the revive, potentially be VZ. However, he gets stunned there by the Yokais, actually, of Echo. Of the Echo as Echo. That's going to be... I'm going to have to sort of laugh at that. Draconian However getting the double onto Viagra. And now another stun going out there. Tapstats is still down, so it's a 2v5 here. 1v5, 1 versus all here for as CD takes down Cats. Tapstats taken down there by VZ. Flawless round there for JD, who are now going to be up 5-3 here against Calibrate Mercenaries. And now going to look at the scoreboard here. Admittedly a bit late on the draw there. And now, as you can see, going to be actually looking at the scoreboard as I had called out. Top player here in terms of kills would actually be Crispy with 7 for Calibrate Mercenaries. Tied for second would be Viagra and Cats there with 5. On the side of JD, however, Riley's getting twice as many kills as Crispy has 14. A close to, I'd say, would that be 3.5 KD to be exact, actually 14 and 4. CD not very far behind with 11. Both Riley's and CD sort of fragging out of their minds here to get this lead actually for JD, who are going to now go actually to ground floor, to kitchens. Going to be bringing a fairly stereotypical setup actually in terms of operator. Still bringing the Echo as Echo. It will be Echo. I had sort of restated myself there, but it's interesting to see how that sort of contributed to the round there. As many of you likely know, unfortunately for any Echo mains, any Echo players, he lost the ability to cloak with the new season, which was certainly a big nerf for him. Makes him a bit useless in the sense of Plantain knowledge, because there's no real way to hide it. It becomes a lot less necessary to bring that IQ if they want to remove it. So a small buff to him, however, came in form of, and he does have impact, so I was reassured about that from the first game. But a small buff in the sense that he did, however, get his shield back, which has been a sort of staple of him, is the cloak and the shield. So lost the cloak, got the shield. So big nerf, small buff. So overall negative for him, but still some small victories in there, if you want to view it that way. And now gonna be looking for a full roam clear. I can confirm Mercenaries gonna be going from the top down here, droning quite heavily. And that's going to waste at least a half a minute, if not more. And for what, really? The only roamer here of JD will be CD actually playing in reading there. Sort of just going to be playing there right by the sofa. Just interrupted. The other roamer is actually the Malusi there of Draconian, who's going to now face a bit of pressure there from the hatch over in Cigar. Just holding the angle there onto somebody looking to peek him. I think it's a bit doubtful that he's going to actually face any sort of peeks from there. Tapstats trying to deal with him being Draconian, and he does really sort of went Draconian's way, but unfortunately a bit of a misfire from Draconian costs his life, and the man advantage for them. Viagra, however, takes down CD, and it's looking not so hot here for Riley's and the rest of JD, who are now going to just be holding down site. Only real person off site would be Riley's, playing in small bakery, so a bit of an asterisk on the fact that he's roaming, if you wanted to put it that way. About half of the round has elapsed here, and they have certainly put down that barricade there to cut off the sort of sight line, but it would be better if they had the castle in its place, bulletproof actually, so it would be a bit harder to open for not JD, Mercenaries. Now Tapstats is trying to drone out bakery, and now as you see, just taking over, sort of gaining a lot of control now of top floor. Almost all of them on the top floor, with the exception of actually the Thermite there. VZ is going to open up that wall, and obviously Crispy as the Nomad there will be playing right by Whiskey. Going to try and now drone Red Hall here, trying to push forward here. About 50 seconds left, so they're certainly making good progress. They have the vertical angles that they've set. They can play those. They have 4v3 now. Casey just wipes out Viagra. However, Tapstats trades him for the double. Could have really gone either way there due to Tapstats being probably 10 health. I can't exactly tell because it's just bars, but it's certainly a good approximation, and it's out to just Riley and Echo here in a 4v2. They're outnumbered 2-1 here. However, benefiting them, they only have to waste about 20 seconds, so they just need to worry about that final push there. Riley's spotting somebody. Would actually be Tabstats there in Red Hall. 4v1 though, VZ takes down Echo. It's up to just Riley's here. He needs to survive, and he does not, unfortunately. Cats takes him down for the 5-4 now, as Mercenaries looks to catch up here. And now, as you can see, just going to be trying to sort of put this away will be JD, who are still down a map. So if this goes the way of Calibrate Mercenaries, that would be game over for them. But if this goes the way of JD, then this could go to a decider map, which is decided off of, well, sides at least are decided off of round count.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Alright, now, as you can see, going to be going actually to second floor? No, first floor. Ground floor here, going to actually the kitchen site. And now, as you can see, just going to be trying to hold that down. Similar to the last round, still has the Echo, still has the Mozzie, the Bandit, and the Jaeger. I believe are all the same. The only change being Draconian, now switching from the to the Legion from the Malusi. Still dedicated to wasting time, but now in a different way, and sort of a different method in that sense, as the goo mines, which can slow down the attack as well as deny plants, because you can't plant while a goo is stuck in your leg. It's an odd mechanic, but I suppose that it works, and that's the important part of the equation. So Draconian is going to try and hold down above, has that vertical angle that he's set up there with an impact. Not entirely sure what that's going to be aiming towards. I think that's towards actually prep door. This is my best guess, and I think that actually would be prep. So just going to try and hold above for the best, as long as he can, to the best of his ability. Now top floor, top down roam clear being executed actually by Calibrate Mercenaries. They're going to be bringing once again bringing that Jackal was not banned this game, which is going to be quite an influence here. So at the very least in terms of frags, if not also in the Inox, which has been a pain, I'd say, for JD. Not really used there by JD on the attacking half to make Mercenaries pain, but certainly was annoying for JD in that sense. Now Tabstat's going to try and rotate over to Cocktail Balcony, falls on that sense. Now he does get taken down from behind, actually, as a swing there from CD goes out. I think he got actually some assistance and intel from one of the anchors there. It's now a 5v4, and there goes one of the consistent highballers in terms of kills for Mercenaries. Crispy trying to make some sort of push there from upper red. He's going to try and find something, and I would stand corrected in terms of that last statement about tab stats. He was doing very well last round. This round does not seem to be his. This game does not seem to be his map. This map does not seem to be his map. I'm reshading myself a bunch of times just so that way you all can get the point here, which is that 4v4 VZ takes down Riley's to even it up here. This could very well go either way, but this is beginning to favor JD here, as they're now looking to actually take down a. So they're now looking to just win by time here. They only have to hold off the attack here for a minute, but certainly causing Viagra to sort of rush and getting those vertical angles set here with that hammer, sort of a copying MC hammer, the one, the only. Gonna see if he can make any of the defenders say you can't touch this. Hammer time now as he opens up some vertical angles there, and as you see, actually going to be just trying to hold down that area. Now a thermal charge going down there from VZ onto the wall there in Freezer, but still only about 25 seconds left here, so not a lot of time left to be wasted by CD and the rest of JD. Aqua just throwing in the swing angle there. He does have the yokais. And there goes the diffuser by VZ is taken out. Now swing actually there by Viagra. CD getting a double onto Echo, Crispy taken down there by CD. Casey takes on Cat. Swagger takes down Echo. Swagger looking for a kill there. Hunter Draconi does get it, but CD makes him pay for it. Gets the round for his team. And is now match point for JD. If they win this, we go to the decider, which would be Villa, which is decided off of round count. And first game went, if I'm remembering correctly, it went 8-6. So 2-round lead here actually for there was a 2-round lead here for Calibrate Mercenaries. They won by 2 rounds, and now it's looking like they might lose by 3, in which case they would actually be the victims of round count on this decider map. It'll have to just come down to these final few rounds, and it could really go either way. We've seen a comeback be successfully attempted by JD, but we've also seen some flashes of a comeback. Getting those 2 rounds in a row. We'll have to see if they can get that once again here. They need to win 2 rounds in a row if they want to go to overtime, but even then, winning is not guaranteed. They'll need to win a total of 4 if they want to win this. If they want to bring the series home for them, really. If they want to win this and put it in the bag, and they can go over to the grand finals, in which they would face, if I remember correctly, they might, I don't even know at this point. I'm not entirely sure about how the brackets would work. I would need to look into it just a tad, but as you can see, just trying to hold down the upper site here, the top floor site of Barn Cocktail. Bringing the castle. They're not. Almost mistook somebody for that, but they're still bringing Echo as Echo. And then similar lineup, almost the exact same lineup as before, switching out the Bandit for the Wamai there, trying to bring some extra throwable denial, trying to catch some grenades, maybe some gridlock tracks, since that's what Wamai can catch, that Jaeger couldn't here, and some other stuff such as frag grenades, and then maybe some air jabs, really, some ash charges, whatever they can get. I suppose it's what they'll be looking for. And now going to be trying to attack from the hatches here will be Mercenaries, as they're going to be trying to be the hired guns that they are there, really, and just gun their way to success here. Because noticing the my magnet on whatever, I'm not exactly sure, but it's doing very little to really redirect any sort of motions, as really I suppose that's where they wanted it. However, 2 tracks being used there to help secure that side, and now pushing into Cigar here without any contest will be the Ash, actually, of tap stats. Draconian was taken down there, so there goes the Wamai. Not as bad as losing Kainsey as it would be if they lost Kainsey, but still not the best way for somebody to go out. C4 going down there from below by Riley's, but missed just by a hair on hitting tap stats. If that area that he wasn't standing in wasn't hard, wasn't completely hard, then he would have been a goner, to say the least. Breaching charge as well as a thermite charge going down there by the 2 FBI operators there, as they're going to be trying to push in here into Cigar, from Cigar actually into Washroom, as well as Backstore here. And now about a minute 15 here, but they are in a 5 versus 4 situation. They have the man advantage that they need. VZ looking for the plant here. It doesn't have any smoke covering. I don't know if JD's actually aware of this. Echo from Echo being used to stop it. Kainsey taking down VZ though, as the plant is stopped. The fuser is dropped on the default. About a minute left here, and it's 4v4. 3v4 though. Tap stats once again bringing the man advantage to his team by taking down CD this time. So it's up to just Riley, Kainsey, and Echo. This seems to be the core of JD here. Smoke's going out this time. Cass now looking for the plant here. And now going to be just planting it once again. Echo going to look to stop it, as Tapsus gets a double onto Riley's. This is just Kainsey and Echo here. About 40 seconds left. Cat's looking for the plant here. Echo trying to get it on. Stop it. And just in time. Oh, that's got to be close for him. 4v1 though. Tapsus getting the 3K. However, stopped there. He gets the 4K actually onto Echo. Echo took down Crispy. Did not take down the very, very strong push there by Tapstats. He just ran a roughshod on JD and is now looking at either going to the 3rd map or going to overtime here for these 2 teams. It's going to just depend on how JD and Mercenaries do on this potential last round for the map and potential last round before overtime, and it'll just depend on how these 2 teams play it out here. As you see, JD going actually to bar and cocktail here. Going to be bringing both T5s. I don't know if they're going to stick to that, but Oryx being brought as well. Going to try and get some advanced mobility, advanced movement, if you wanted to use that word. Still bringing the Echo as Echo, and then the rest of that I'm not really surprised by, but Draconi has been sort of jumping around from operator to operator here, trying to keep Mercenaries on their toes there with that, actually, so I am not very surprised, actually, by that. So, as you can see, just trying to hold this down to the best of their ability. They do have a unsurprising setup here. They do have the Oryx there to, in my words at least, to sort of IKEA-ize the default plant spots, return them back to factory settings. To put it in another way, Crispy now finding the Oryx as well, so I'm sure he's a bit surprised by that. But Oryx, with the buffs that he got last season, if I'm remembering correctly, is when he got the buffs, he switched weapons with the Malusi, who's not being played, was being played earlier by Draconian. Got the T5 in place of the MP5, so unfortunate for anybody who bought the robot skin on him, but I'm just gonna now try to delete that bar entirely, which he did successfully do. So gonna be now playing in cocktail. I believe it's T2 is where he was. Now gonna just get on the roam there. He does have some. He's actually now a viable roamer with that buff that he got, and he got the T5 with the 1.5 sight. So I'm sure any sort of Oryx main or a roamer will rejoice at that. He does have the ability to knock people down, which admittedly isn't such a big thing in and of itself, but it's certainly fun for anybody playing playing Oryx casually, as well as the fact that when dashing, he's the fastest operator in the game. He can make his own rotates using his own body, and then he can also jump up and down hatches. What is this? This is Fastest being taken down there by Draconian, as I was about to say. This is Midnight League Dawn Division, or D2 winners bracket finals here. We have Jesus and the Disciples here, who are on defense here, as you can see, in a best of 3 against Calibrate Mercenaries, who are currently attacking. This is the second map of 3. It is Cafe, and now it is match point, not series point, for JD here. 3v5 though, Draconian takes down Viagra. This might be actually a map for JD. We could be very well going to the decider here. Now, as you see, a thermite charge going down there on that cigar wall, being detonated by Vizia. Somebody on the rappel by Cigar Bar. Draconian is trying to hold that down, but does have the 1.5 to help him. That would actually be the gridlock there, trying to take in. Draconian in the 3-can of Vizia, almost shut down by Cats, almost Draconian. Almost said Draconian shut himself down, which would be incorrect, and so second map of 3, Riley's taken down there. As I'm saying all this, actually by the Nomad there of Crispy in a 2 versus 4 though, and Cats is at 1 health, so this is not looking so great. Echo trying to stun him, and as Draconian gets revived, so this will actually be a 2v4. But as I was saying, I see a champ charm. There are many champ charms, my friend. I'm not exactly sure who you are, but like, it's good to see you around. I'm glad to see so many people visiting the stream. So thank you for showing up. So this is the second map of 3. As you see, in a 4v2 currently in the round, leading actually will be JD. About 35 seconds left for Mercenaries to make a push here. Crispy getting a double there, but shut down in quick order will be Seeded taking down Cats. This is the second map of 3. As you see, in the score, JD leading at map point, not series point. This is the best of 3. First map would be Oregon, and that was actually won by Calibrate Mercenaries 8-6. So that's the full story. Imagine liking Pug.
10 seconds left.
I just like the support, man. I like people showing up and expressing their support for the stream. You know, that's what I like. CD taking 9 Crispy to get the round, get the map actually going 16-6. Riley's with 14-8. Put it in this game, this map, not yet the series, away, and we will actually see you like your I don't particularly care, but it is whatever. And so now we will be going to the decider, which will be Villa. So now, folks, we will be on break ranked tomorrow. Please, well, I don't have a squad. I'm a loner. Maybe. I'd be on a Smurf. But maybe. Now, gonna be going to map 3, which is Villa, and signs will be actually based off of round count here. So, we're gonna be on a proverbial break. I'll be sure to talk to you all in chat. But, I'm gonna be just waiting for them to figure out what they're exactly doing here, as they sort of figure out sides based off of round count, which will be the decision maker on this deciding map, this sort of climax of the series here on Villa, which will be very interesting to see. Wow, get on a Smurf. I mean, I have a Smurf that's unranked, bro. I'll hop on it for you if you need me to, but whatever. So I'm just gonna wait for them to tell me what to do and tell me that they're ready. I have, you probably, oh, Joy. Hi, Joy. Well, Joy, I have game chat glitch, which is why you can't hear the lobby right now. Plus, I'm in a party, but I don't think the fact that I'm in a party would affect it at all. Because I realized that, and then I hopped in a party just to make sure that you all could hear me. So, you all can, and so I'm here, and that's it, you know? So, anyways, just gonna be trying to, just gonna sort of wait this out, really, and, I'm just gonna sort of, you know, keep my eyes and ears open, and hopefully you all do as well. If you guys have any questions, any, conversations or arguments you want to start, go ahead. And some substitutions will be made. Okay. Just start game up. No, I'm not gonna just start game up. That would be funny, but that's not a smart decision. So, you know, I just have to wait it out at this point, really, for these two teams to decide. Decide who attacks or defends first, and who attacks or defends first on overtime. Let's see. If I could play Jeopardy music, actually, I could. Do you all want some Jeopardy music while we wait? I mean, I'm sure it would entertain everybody, but don't know if you all want it or not. just gonna offer it really for you all. Alright, and the staff of Midland League are still trying to figure out who gets to make choices, really, in terms of round count, because we actually had a tie here. On the first map, Mercs won 8-6 in overtime. On the second map, as you just saw, JD won 7-5. Not in overtime, almost went to it, but managed to clutch that up, so they did not need to. Now, As you can see, we're just going to be waiting, in a substitution potentially being made here by Mercenaries. They had somebody leave. I don't know if they had game chat or if they'll be actually making a switch there, but we'll have to just really play that one by ear. And I suppose in the meanwhile, I guess I'm doing an unofficial AMA for anybody watching. If you guys want to ask me a question or something, go ahead. For the 9 of you watching, so thank you, the core 9, for still keeping yourselves tuned in here to EscargotPlayer's casting of this map. It's late, but I'm glad that you all are still here. So thank you for that, and I'll be right back in like 20 seconds. Alright, everybody, I'm back. Thanks for the broadcast. Thank you for showing up for your support, Appreciate that. I'm still here. I'm just hanging out. Might mute my mic so that way I don't give you guys ASMR by accident, but staff is still deciding on how they want to run it. I'm just watching it. So, they're still deciding. They're arguing between higher seed or overtime, because the two teams tied in terms of round count, as you already know. Thank you for making a statement, Swick. Swick is actually the owner here of Midnight, so appreciated. Okay, so they decided to do it off of higher seed, which is, I believe, favoring. Oh, hello, Jodo. I'm glad that you showed up. I'm guessing this best of 3 for Crispy and the rest of Mercenaries here. We're on a break per se because we're actually doing something with round count because the third map was supposed to be Villa based off of round count, but these two teams actually tied 8-6 in favor of Mercenaries first game. Second game, 7-5 in favor of JD. So these two teams tied up, actually. And, that means that, I believe, Mercenaries gets to pick. I might be wrong on that, but, yes, they do get to pick, so we'll have to see what they choose. And then once we figure that out, I'll get everything else set up, and then we can get back on the road, folks. Thank you all for sticking around and just relaxing with me. If you guys have any questions, concerns, comments, feel free to, throw them up in chat for me. I don't mind. All right, and they've figured it all out, so we're almost ready. I'm just making sure that both of their teams are ready, so that way I can get it started up. Okay. And now we've started it, so thank you all 10 of you for sticking around. I understand that that's a bit of a different viewership due to such a long break, at least, what was that, like close to 15 minutes? But thank you all for sticking around for my core group. Thank you all for doing that. It's much appreciated. I really do appreciate that support, so thank you. Now we're going to be going on to actually map 3, which was decided off of round count. Mercenaries will attack first on both starting and overtime of Villa. So now I'm going to look at these bands here as they come out. Thatcher band, not surprised by that. It's going to make getting those walls, especially from a distance, which is what a lot of teams would prefer to do, considering that a lot of the walls have soft ceilings or hatches, not soft ceilings or floors above or below them. So sure that that's going to be painful for Mercenaries, and they're banning Jackal as well. That's got to be a risky play, and hopefully they'll be able to work around it. Tabstat's still being played here, and Zed being brought in meanwhile. Just going to look at him very quickly, and now Tabstat's played a lot of Jackal during his attacking half, so I'm not sure how he's going to exactly respond to that, but losing the Jackal means that it's going to be a lot harder, especially on this big and wide of a map as Villa with 3 whole floors. I mean, it's not really something to boast about, but this is like 3 big wide floors, not like a dinky second floor or anything like that. So certainly going to be making it's going to be a sign from Mercenaries of their beliefs, of their confidence in their ability to roam clear on this objective. Oh, it's Swick, and it's Brennan. Hi, Brennan. I'm just happy to see Brennan here from Predators. But really gets to show their confidence in their droning ability as well as their hi Escargot. Hi, Brennan. So I'm gonna.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Just glad to see some more Calibrate people showing up, as well as some disabled people. So glad to see some universal appeal here. But actually, the other ban was a no ban from Mercenaries, which is interesting to see, especially considering that they were on the receiving end of a Thatcher ban. You'd expect something such as maybe a Legion ban, considering that he's been played pretty commonly by JD, as well as the fact that he has impacts and the goo mines, or maybe a Bandit or even a Kaid bans, but nothing, just a no ban. I don't know if they had forgotten or if they had decided against it because they're trying to play some sort of long game here. I'm not entirely sure what they aim to do with that. And then the last ban was a Mira ban, so no GEO this game. Mira very strong on this map, namely this site. She has that sort of infamous feared mirror setup here, which is usually on this wall right here, and then the other one being on this wall, and it allows you, if you have one player playing each, so that's 2, close to half of your team playing that. If you have somebody on each of the windows, you can actually protect the other window just by having somebody on it, because that way they can shoot off any Ace Selmas, any Hibana pellets, any thermite charges. I don't know why they would, why somebody would allow a thermite to just rush up and and put a thermite charge down on the Mira, though. You have to sort of riddle me that on that side. So
Bomb located by attackers.
now, as you can tell, just going to be trying to push through there. Tab stats holding down. Top of main does have I don't know why I'm fumbling on that, as Katz gets the first kill of this map on a Draconian, but as you saw there, just trying to push down 90 long will be tab stats there. Viagra trying to drone for him, as Katz is now in the middle of study here. 5v3 though, tab stats takes down Speedy. I almost said Speedy, but certainly did get taken down in a speedy fashion. And now Riley's trying to hold down 90. Does light up tab stats, but has to rotate away, getting some pressure. Now spotting, I believe that's Katz actually over in study. Smoke grenades going out from Frisky as he pushes into sight here. Has to deal with the goo, but I don't think it's going to really stop him at all. He will look for the plant here, being covered actually by his teammates there. A lot of noise for nothing. Nitro goes out there from Echo, but to no avail, just not stop the plant. Now Kainsey and the rest of JD. I don't know why I was going to specify Kainsey, but he is here in hunting, trying to push forward here. He's the sort of closest one to the diffuser, to say the least. And now as you see Echo trying to push in here, trying to find somebody. And now, as you see 5v2 actually, Crispy getting a kill down to Kainsey. He gets stopped in his tracks. 4v1 though, as he gets traded actually by Zed for Echo. It's up to just Riley's here in the 1v4. This is not a good way for an opening round to go down here by JD. They are down 1-0, which admittedly is a very small amount, but still the fact that they're down around here and they are defending first is not the way that they want to open up this map. Seems like most of them came because most competitors. Yeah. I mean, it's possible. It is certainly possible. You guys are sort of rivalry teams in that sense.
Attackers need to locate
But,
and defuse bomb.
anyways, back to the topic at hand here. JD gonna actually return to Aviator and Games here. Gonna try that again. Again, the Kaid this time, pushing up the denial. Bringing a Goyo as well. You don't see that every day. As you can see, putting down the shield there over in main stairs. Gonna presumably put down some ADSs to cover it. Putting one down behind it. I don't know if that's exactly what they would want off of that. I suppose it's better if they're stacked in front of the shield to actually protect it, but would certainly protect somebody behind it and anticipate that can actually be aiming for the longer run in that sense by covering a bit more heavily the second ADS with the second Goyo shield with two ADSs on it. Arguably the two best teams of PS4 can't expect much more. Yeah, I'm not even going to disagree with that assessment. They are like two of the strongest teams, if not the two strongest teams definitively on PS4 at the moment. And it's not like one of the teams is better than the other outright. It's like it just comes down to who's having the better day. Because we've seen Militia beat Predators and we've seen Predators beat Militia. It's not like it's one of those things where it's consistent exactly. Now another going shield actually going to be moved actually there from main to over to actually to 90. Gonna rotate that one as well. I don't know where to, but they have left two ADSs and a OMI magnet. So that's an interesting choice. I believe realizing that there's actually going to be a 90 push here by Mercenaries. Militia Predators games are the best games. They are the best games. Yup. That's what said. Yup. Those are like clinics. Those are classics. When those two teams face off, they put on a show. Tapset's going to try and push through 90 short there. Let's deal with the Goyo shield being burnt though. And now pushing out of that would have been a CD, but he had to rotate back to site. And now the only really person left on Rome is Riley's playing below. You see here, holding steady since there's nobody there to pressure him. Draconian holding that Goyo shield that he rotated. Smart choice from him. He's going to now just be playing that as you see here. Now, going to just put some, I mean, it's 3-1 Preds in the win count, I'm just saying. I mean, that's true, but still, it's not something very definitive. Sadie on a double kill, but Echo taken down by Riley's as Zed kills Riley's as Echo's taken down actually Crispy. Screwed. Managed to mess that up. Sadie getting a 3K though onto accounts to just Zed and Crispy. Zed is at 1 health here, or almost 1 health. He's really in a situation where he needs to not take a gunfight. Kainsey lowered there by Zed, just simply playing that's smart enough, and now Zed is going to have to worry about being in a 2v3 here. Crispy unable to really help him. He's no, he could certainly help him, but it's just a bit of a ways away. But certainly needs to worry about that. And now going to be trying to push from somewhere, not entirely sure, but last game was VZ, this time it's now Zed in that sort of position, the very bottom of the lineup. It means nothing, but it's still a fun thing to note. About 15 seconds left here. Trying to push forward, best deal. However, with Draconian just playing right on the goal, so 2v2 there. Crispy getting a double onto Kainsey. Crispy now looking for the plant, has the smoke to cover him, but does not have Zed to cover him. Draconian looks to swing him, gets the kill, gets the double on the round, puts it away for, actually, puts the round away at least for JD, who are now going to be tied 1-1 here. Alright, and as you can see, just going to be trying to play that really, as you see here, just trying to do the best that they can, really, Alright, and now, that's what the new roster. Seed is just better. Seed did well in the last round.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
They keep throwing bodies. Yeah, at that point they were just Mercenaries, were just throwing bodies at JD, who are now going to be trying to defend. They're going to be trying to actually defend kitchen and dining here, trying to avoid, it seems, Statuary and Trophy. I don't know what exactly it is about that site, but it seems to be a least favorite site by many teams. So, going to be going to what many people think would actually be a stronger, if not strongest, site on this map. It's an argument that many people like to make. So, I can't really say that it is or isn't isn't right, because I don't normally go here, you know. It's not like I usually get this far, but it's whatever. As you can see, just setting themselves up the normal way, and this is usually how you want to set it. Is sheesh, what does BTD mean, Swick? I'm not sure, because I'm not Swick, but there was a team called Brothers Till Death, which was abbreviated BTD, so I think that that's what the abbreviation means. So that's my guess. And I was correct. Thank you for validating me, Swick. And now, as you can see, sort of one half of the normal defense of the site has been fulfilled. The other half hasn't. 5-man anchor here by Houston Disciples. They're just going to be trying to hold that down. They're all back together here. They're just sardines, really, at this point. None of them roaming above, which is what they would need, really. Riley, however, going to be roaming, so I was wrong. But the other 4 on site, so not even Riley's CD actually with the Jaeger. I'm so used to seeing Riley's with the Jaeger, so a bit surprised to see that, but you still get the point. The Jaegers are going to be roaming here. The rest of them are sort of stuck in sight. 5v4 though, there goes Kainsey at the hands actually of Tamstats. Going to be searching him up, finding that kill. Going to try and find another one. I'd be looking for the name actually of maybe that would be Echo. And Viagra is taken down there by, not sure who exactly, but it's now 4v3. Actually, Tamstats getting a double kill, finally finding him out. Better way to put it, exactly. As you can see, CD getting a double onto counts and Tamstats in short order. It's now a 2v3 here. Man advantage actually 4. Surprisingly enough, JD went from man advantage went in short order from actually favoring Mercs to favoring JD here. CD now just going to run the long flank here. Not going to find anybody though, actually, as the remaining members of Mercenaries are on the top floor and on the basement, so trying to figure out a way around the objective. Gonna just now go to the stairway and just be trying to open up that wall there by the back stairs, but unfortunately it was jammed, and that wall that he's right next to is not jammed actually, so he could open that up. He could open up the castle barricade. He couldn't. That's jammed as well. Low time for them. They need to push through something, but they don't have enough time to even break that. And it's jammed, and that's got to be the round there for JD. Spotting the mute jammer does finally take it out, as well as a Legion mine, but too little, too late. Round will go to JD here. Is that still a team? Yes. See, can't stop with these doubles. Yeah, he's keeps on going through the drive-through over at McDonald's, getting that McDouble. So excuse me, I'll be right back. I'll put it in a good spawn for you guys as a flash plays by Kainsey. I don't know if he's gonna 6-pick that. It doesn't. He will actually onto Legion. That makes a lot more sense, but trophy statuary defense going to be attempted here by JD. We'll have to see if they can succeed here.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs. Bomb located by attackers.
Razor wire is deployed.
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds seconds left before insertion. Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
Stop worrying about grenades now. Unrolling razor wire.
Back at last, I'm not really surprised by the setup here.
Bomb
We're not
located
seeing
by
any sort of
attackers.
attention to Master, which you would often, sometimes, not often, really, see. But it does appear that there will be a setup here to actually impact trick that wall there. Keynesy, as the Legion just sitting there waiting for it, really, is in the proper position to do that exactly. And now, damn, 2 people left. That's sad. However, as you see, nothing really happened. Thought somebody was taken out, but I would be incorrect on that assessment. And as you can tell here, just trying to push through. Master will be Cats and I believe Crispy is with him. That would be correct. Smoke's going out there to try and stop a frag going out in conjunction. Takes down Casey. There goes the impact trigger. Still have Riley's to get impacts down. CD taken down. Not out just yet. Cat's getting the double kill. Echo taken out in short order by Tapstats as Zed gets the kill on the Draconians up to just Riley's here in a 1v5. In short order, he still has half of the round left. That's got to be embarrassing there for JD. 4v1 though. Riley's looking for another kill, but Tapstats shuts him down for the double and the round there for Mercenaries, who are now going to be tied 2-2 here. Ooh. So, people having some fun in the chat. Whoop. Sorry about that, folks. Gotta suppose that. Okay, now I feel bad because the third time was genuinely like a mistake. Fucking misclick on my part, but I'm not even using a mouse, just using a controller. Glad that my chat can serve as an LFG. In all seriousness, like I'm just glad people are showing up, showing their support in any way possible. That's what matters most to me, at least. One thing that I've always wondered about is why is there not a 4th floor? Because as you can tell, top floor villa is that right there. Then there's this top floor section here, as you can see, like an attic of sorts, but there's literally nothing there. Why can't you work? Please, Siege.
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds to insertion. Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Alright, and as you can tell, just going to try and hold down Aviator Games here, which has been an iffy sight, to say the least, for JD. They do have the option to return there, so they will, and they're 50-50 on this site. They've won one round, lost one round, so at this point it's a coin flip, and they're looking to improve this on to 66.6 repeating percentage points to be as exact as possible, but considering that it goes on for eternity, can't exactly say that, so now can actually try to sort of hold that down to the best of their ability. They do have a Goyo, interestingly enough, they brought that again. So switching up these Goyo shield placements every round. Going to push that one back now towards the rotate that they've set. Going to be, pardon me, a bit closer to that classical setup that we've seen before. Frag grenade going out, but it's stopped, however, by the ADS. Cats with that second one. Village just shot down. It doesn't even matter. Cats gets the easy kill on the Cronin just by pre-firing. It shouldn't have really peaked that, considering that he was firing that. But did waste both frag grenades as well as a Goyo shield. So not the end of the world. Now already sliding back into position. We CD holding the top of main. Really should return back to that shield because that's where he has some more bulletproof cover as well as 2 ADSs to cover him. Now we're 4v3. Now Riley's taking down Crispy as Tabsets trades him. So Man advantage still being maintained here by Mercenaries as they're going to try and inch forward towards side here. Tapstats getting control of 90 here, trying to keep CD from attempting the retake on him, and he will succeed in that sort of a ordeal. I almost said ideal, which should be incorrect now. The only real chance of getting those walls would be Cats Maverick tricking them, which seems unlikely to say the least. Now just trying to clear out some utility, get some free points from that as well. Still shield holding that area, but Tapstats takes a double onto CD. It's a 4v2 here, and Echo is taking some pressure here actually by Tapstats in 90 long. 4v1 though, as there goes Kainsey at the hands of Zed. It's up to just Echo here. Flashbang going out. Doesn't even matter. Tapstats gets the easy 3K in the round for his team. We're now going to be up 3-2 here. It's about to break into double digits on this next round, depending on how it goes. I miss the good old days when I would play Rook and hold a pixel in basement with a shield. Oh, isn't that draconian comment? Yes, it is, Aiden. Okay. Glad some Calibrate folks are showing up, as well as JD folks. So I'm just glad people are showing up in general. You know, glad that you all are here to support, have some fun. You know, all that jazz. Rook needs all that jazz. Rook needs his shield back. Oh no.
Attackers need to locate
Oh
and defuse as many
no.
bombs as they
I
can.
don't want that. I feel like that would lead him to just spawn peek more. That's not what we need right now. As you can see, just gonna try and hold down the objective here. Gonna hold down. Just wait a second. I was about to say something else, but they're holding down dining and kitchen here. Gonna be just trying to hold back down. So just gonna be doing the same thing that they did before here. Actually, extension of Memorial. I don't know if they're gonna actually put any sort of real utility or players above, but we'll have to play that by ear. They do have that Memorial extension, as I mentioned. They do have a cancel for that. Echo's still having to rush around and get that final barricade down. He's put down one on that China room doorway, another one on pantry doorway, just to get the last one down. They don't have anybody roaming above, though, and I stand corrected. They do. They have the Legion there of Draconian going to be roaming above, actually. He would probably become the operator to pick if we need an extra shield if that happens. I mean, like, if you're counting extra shield as not including smoke, I would say yeah. That or maybe Ella if you need that roamer. And the FO12 is toxic and funny. Draconian now just holding a very small angle. No drones appearing to detect actually Draconian's presence, just right on the angle there, and he gets a kill down a Cat, surprisingly enough, and that's the problem with poor drone work for teams. I think the Jaeger there of CD were being detected by some drones. Just try and take them down, but has to pay for it. There goes Tapstats getting a kill there onto CD, and in quick order there goes both of the BTD boys to use some more alliteration, some more wordplay, get them the double in short order. But they did their job. They got one. Oh dear, Riley's not showing what he said as he looks for Tapstats looking for the breaching charge. Almost thought that he had blown up his own teammate, which would have been even funnier than that. But they wasted some time and they got a pretty important kill and leaving it up to Just Crispy to get these hatches and walls of them. Which, speaking of which, put down one sum on that pantry wall, but it had been jammed. So jammer removed, and he will get that open, but it's wasted about half of the round. The shenanigans above. So unfortunate for him. 3v2 though. Viagra taking down Riley's, and there goes pretty consistent performer there for JD. Now it's up to just Kainsey and Echo here, who are going to just try and hold down side to the best of their ability. They're down a man, as well as the fact that they are just trying to hold down one objective here. Going to try and hold down. Nothing really worry about pantry side, so I stand corrected. Kainsey watching the angle there as he's going to get thrown out. We need to rotate into Memorial, but that doorway had been open, so needs to worry about that as well. I don't know if anybody's actually going to take advantage of that. Tapstats, however, going to take down Echo for a 3K now. So it's just Kainsey here on a 1v3 versus Tapstats, Viagra, and Crispy. I think these are the the three more intimidating Mercenaries players. They're not looking for a 2v1. Crispy nitroing him away, but Tabs has to look at the 4K on the round. Getting a very seeming effortless, actually, 4K on JD there. He's already aced, so he's now gotten the 4K. Almost got an ace on the round, and so it will now be 4-2 switching in half here. And with that, Tabstats breaking into double digits. Looking at the scoreboard here, we have Tabstats leading his team with 13 kills. Next person behind him, next people actually would be Zed and Cats, both tied for second with 4 each. They have a third of the amount of kills he has. He has a 7 and a 6.5, almost a 7 kills to death ratio right now on the side of JD. 5 kills being the leader of CD, and then Riley's not far behind with 4. Tab going crazy. I mean, as a personal opinion, Tab's going ham.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being
Now, as you see, JD, not JD, Mercenaries now going to go to actually dining and kitchen here as their first objective. Gonna bring a seemingly stereotypical setup here, I'd say, in terms of operators. Bringing the castle for the extension, as well as the cutting off some sightlines with those barricades, which is what they'll be preparing to do. In the banner for wall denial, Malusi is a sort of a no-brain, very common pick. Drone denial and some intel denial in that as well, with the chambers of Viagra, and then the Jaeger as a sort of an always pick, not necessarily a jack of all trades, but an operator where it's rarely a bad choice to pick him. Now, as you can see, just going to be holding above would be the Jaeger as well as the Malusi there. 2 above, 3 below. As I mentioned earlier in the stream, Tabstats is going to be holding down Astro there. Does have assistance as an enemy. Whenever you want to gonna mock me for stumbling over a single word, there you go. That's your opportunity. Is some assistance missed there by the Cam, which was actually swept away by CD. Was playing that rappel, now going to rotate over to somewhere, deciding to go back to where he was before, actually. Now going to try and get that done. 4v5, those Draconian shuts down Zed. There goes the Malusian with that, rotating out of the objective of the, not necessarily the objective of his roam. He certainly wasted about a minute 15, wasted some good time there. Zed was taken down, so it's now 5v4 for his team, but he's done his job. Will be Tabstats going to look for a late flank here as he pushes through library, potentially over to main, and now, I almost said BTD, it would actually be JD. Going to try and push through upstairs here, going to try and get some vertical angle setup. They have plenty for that. They have those 2 impacts from Zofia, they have breaching charges from Zofia, they have breaching rounds and charges from CD, and they have hammers. A lot of hammers from Draconian. So they could certainly raise this floor if they needed to. Frag grenade going out, but it was actually it was not stopped there. Did not get the utility, however, that they needed to get the Banshee there. Frag grenade goes out again. Lowers Crispy just a tad. Nitro going out there from Cats. It's up to just Viagra if they want to stop a plant without getting in direct sight line. They would need to rely on him for that Nitro kill. Now breaching charge is being used once again to try and just raise this floor. Not to be confused with raise the roof, which certainly seems to be something that JD wants to do to sort of inspire themselves to catch up here. They are down 2 rounds, and they are on attack at that, so really in a bad spot. About 25 seconds left here. They are in a man advantage. It's no longer as Tabstats gets a late flank off and takes down Riley's. They are in a 4v3 time, getting a double onto Echo. Looking for a third potentially onto that Nomad there. Kainsey swings him, looking for the kill here. Fortunately does not get it, gets shut down there. In short order, another trade going on. Kainsey taking down Tab, but Viagra trading him. It's up to just these 2 members. 2v2 here. Draconian getting a double kill. CD looking for the plant here. Now it's the The BTD boys trying to cover that 1v1 now. As there goes Cats getting a cheek out of Crispy. Cats also chasing Dracon and gets the double, almost a triple due to that cheek out of Crispy. Getting rid of both BTD brothers to reference their name and get the round for his team. We're now going to be up 5-2. This is not looking so great here for JD, and they seem to have really shot themselves in the foot this time. If I haven't said that multiple times during the stream, they've really made a seemingly fatal folly, if that's the correct word here. If not, then gaffe is the best way to put it. Yes, folly is the correct word. So they have made a fairly big folly here in putting themselves down 4-2 at half. You know, especially on this map, which is Villa. It's a defender-sided map. You really should be either tying or being up 2 rounds at half. There's no way around it. You need to have that sort of lead set up for yourself when you switch on to attack. If you're defending and if you're attacking first, you need to sort of stand a chance on the attacking half, so that way you can sort of put it away on defense. And they being Mercenaries did more than that on the attacking half. They thrived. I'm not sure anybody realizes that that reference, but I certainly do. And sorry for making just a sort of inside joke